Ooh, that fated day has arrived. Will it be Kumena or Krav Regna? That's what you're all asking yourselves. And it's not rock, paper, scissors. We're not rolling a dice on it. You, as the title suggests, will decide. But welcome to the show before the show. I hope this stream is running, or I'm just talking to myself, and that's okay. But I'll wait till some folks pile in before we discuss how this is going to shake out. How are you all doing on this lovely Tuesday? Anyone following E3? E3 updates, news? Oh my god, water. Water's so good. Okay. I watch a handful of game trailers, but nothing's really piqued my interest quite yet. Not enough to buy a PlayStation 5, that is. And the Harry Potter gameplay looked like it was on PS4, so I'm thinking I could probably get it on PS4 anyways. Let's see here. Easy Kumena for me. Krav Regna, we don't play blue. Kumena, please. Hey man, how's it going? My llama. Pretty good, man. I did some things today. Went on a little biking trip. Got ice cream. Looked like a 5-year-old. It was melted all over my hands. That is my least favorite position to be in. I hate being in public with sticky fingers. Maybe you can understand that. But I mean, that's what I signed up for when I went out to get ice cream, so I guess I should have suspected that. But I'm good. Other than that horrifying moment, I made it back in time to hang out with you guys. I always lose track of time. I got back with just enough time to wet hair pat, shower, get over here and do this. And we are starting a little bit earlier, so you're not mistaken in believing that this is an hour earlier than normal. I'm looking to bump these time slots to 5 p.m. to 7 moving forward. I think that's probably going to be better. We'll find out. I don't quite know. I'm also looking to make streams more a part of the show. Doing maybe 2 streams a week. We'll see. And I can talk a little bit more about that as soon as I've sipped some water. How about Krav Regna? Doing okay. Just got off work. Nice. Okay, so this timing works. Unreal Engine 5, like, whoa. Just water tonight or anything else. Huh. As for Commander, my vote is Kumena. No, Gabe. You gotta drink that Bel Air Sour when it's available. So not only is the labeling amazing, I actually, when this was introduced to the world, I think they probably still have me on their roster, but I was working with a company that did special events catering, and I bartended with them. And I was at Brooklyn, their brewery here in Brooklyn, for an event. It was like a simultaneous launch event for this, but some form of anniversary. And I was getting this like straight off the tap as it was released to the world. It was back in 2017. And it's back on the market now, I think, permanently. I don't know for how long, but I've not seen this since then. So I got really excited. It's like a tart wheat beer. I forget all the verbs they were trying to get me to throw out to their clients. But it's delicious, and I would support this drink. It's very good. As a matter of fact, you don't know it yet, but I bought some. This is like my second round of Brooklyn Bel Airs. I bought a round for the guys for our recent Brew Wars, so expect to see Bel Air Sours then too. But yeah, Brooklyn Bel Air Sour. Try it. It's really good if you like wheat beers. Javier, enjoying your content from Peru. What time is it in Peru right now, if I know? So I know. It's maybe 5 to 7 slots better for you. It's not too late or too early. I don't know what time it is over there. But thank you. Thank you for coming to see the content. Kumena. Oh, that looks good. It is good. Sour ale is the best. You know, it's funny. Like, I'm not... This is one I really enjoy, but I'm usually not for many sour ales. Sometimes they're just too sour. This is like lightly sour on the entrance and then tart on the way down. Does that make sense? I'm not describing this well. I just serve the drinks. You tell me how you feel about them. Okay. Well, don't worry. We're gonna discuss how we pick our legendaries in a second. Hey Trent, Krav Regna. Hey Pat, what's up? Bruno, not much. I'm doing well, man. Again, like it's weird. I wish I got into video game news with like the onset of YouTube, so I could have been a part of that first wave, part of the culture. Because I gotta say, like, I love watching video game news channels, and there's a lot of really cool stuff out there that would be fun to speak on. I don't know if you guys are following any of these gameplay trailers or announcements that are coming out, but that's all I've really been doing over these last few days, coupled with working through some separate projects for another thing. Buying a lot of old film cameras, super addicted to this new hobby of mine. And then obviously working on this channel, which is more or less a part-time job now, but I'm trying to do more on this. Also note, if you happen to be a member of the Patreon and you haven't checked the recent Patreon comment, go into Patreon to check that out. So I'm going to try to keep it every Tuesdays is going to be the cold brew. I think cold brew can consistently be on Tuesdays, followed by a monthly brewmaster segment. And then at the end of the week, my goal is to tweak the list we work on together and then play that with Patreon members live. So more gameplay. I want to say it's going to happen Saturday, if not Sunday, but it didn't make sense to put it on Sunday because that's when the regular episodes air. And obviously Friday's taken up, and I think most people are free on their weekends. So if you are a Patreon member, and this is not a poll to get anyone to join the Patreon, but if you wanted to play live on a stream here, it's for Patreon members. So if you haven't seen that yet and you're on the Patreon, go there, put your 2 cents in on the poll, and then obviously let me know what works best for you time-wise. And more details on that, but next month is when I want to start initiating that. So expect a new header on the YouTube channel. If you ever visit the YouTube main page, it's going to switch from what it's detailing now. But bear that in mind. Okay. Patrick, what is your day job? I don't have one. Well, before I answer that question, we are going to run a test. So for Kumena or Krav Regna, we're going to run a test poll to see which one gets the most votes. So this is the test poll. And the test is going to have 3 options. Yes, yes, or hell yes. And it should show up in the chat. It's been a while since I've done the test poll, but it's going to show up. Oh, there we go. Now, all you need to do is, I think you need to put vote, or you could just put exclamation, what it's suggesting there. So test that for me. We'll test it together. I might even try it. And then it should insert a vote for me so that we can see which one comes out on top. Or maybe it needs to be vote and then yes. We did this a while ago for a live stream, the casual or competitive live, and well, it went well, but it was maybe something repeatable. We'll see if anyone really, who else enjoyed that other than me. I enjoyed that though. It should okay, let me see if it's coming. Okay, yeah, I'm getting votes to come in now. It should give you feedback. I don't know if you guys heard that, but that's my girlfriend wishing me a good live stream. Voting is ended. Wow. Okay. Complete? Okay, complete. Let's try that. Let's try that again. We're going to test this one more time. Start the poll now. Okay, poll is open now. I think you need to type in the word vote with the answer, both with exclamation marks, and it won't let me make it any less tedious. Okay, cool. So this is how we're going to get what we're doing today. And of course, we'll jump into that in a second. But try voting again. It used to give feedback. I'm not sure why it's not giving feedback right now. Let me just see if that goes through. Yeah, you totally have to type in the word vote before you do the answer, guys. Totally have to put in the word vote. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. Okay. 12 seconds left. 12 seconds left. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh my God. It was neck and neck. It was neck and neck. It should close this out by itself. Well, there we go. Tell me, baby. Tell me. Tell me, robot. Which one won? Or not. I mean, I can just tell you, but the is wrong with you? There we go. Hell yes was voted by 41.67% of the votes. So, I've been on YouTube for maybe 3 years, 3+ years, through various channels. The first one that was a passion project was The Regulars, which was all about board and card games, and we would work with different companies to discuss their product. It was smaller, but no one was really doing it back then. And I want to revisit that because it was fun. Obviously, there were larger channels that were covering just gameplay and stuff, but that was a really fun time. But it was definitely just me to learn what I'm doing with a camera and a microphone. And then I had 2 separate channels for watches. And one of them is still up. I just don't put anything out there because it's extremely time consuming. And now I sort of just work with other brands to produce content for them. So if you're asking me what my job is, I guess it's that. But that's very much part-time and very infrequent. But at least I make the hours and decide the payment. So there's that. Coupled with this. This is practically all I do now. It's really nice. But I want to do more of this and then obviously start up a separate channel for board and card games again. I don't know what that's going to look like. But there's a lot of projects in the pipeline for me. The only thing is I really need a better studio space, and that's sort of like the big move from here. But yeah, that's what I'm doing. And then I worked a couple jobs before COVID. Yeah. But this is nice. I'm much happier now. And I'm happy that the Streamlabs poll bot seemed to work. Okay. If it's a tie, you brew both? No, that is when I flip a coin, sir. I think that it'll be my vote. How about that? It'll be my vote. And I can tell you right now that I'm fairly certain that I've got a much better grip on Krav Regna than I would a Kumena build. Despite Kumena being far more interesting because it's a commander you have to play for, otherwise you're just playing for its colors, and I feel like we would be better off playing Kinnan or the new Snake Lady. She'd be better. But we're going to try to play for Kumena. Okay. On that note, gang, why don't we start this up? I think we could, there's enough people in the room now. And I got to make sure that when we do this that I'll change these voting parameters so they're easier. Oh, these look good. These look good. Okay. Well, we'll start this off like we usually do. Welcome back to the 99, where we're focused on brewing a better competitive commander. I'm your host, Patrick Marlette, and this is Cold Brew, where I take you from start to finish on a brand new list. Brand new for me, that is. And today we have a tie. We have a tie between 2 potential options. And those options are Kumena or Krav Regna. These were the highest suggested, requested legendary pairings that we received from our last Cold Brew live stream. So I want to handle one of these 2 sets of commanders, or just commander, with you all. However, we're going to decide which one gets our attention today via the poll bot. Slob's poll bot, which is a little wanky, but does the trick. So in a second, I'm going to start the poll once everyone's in the room, but I'm going to make sure you're all alive, you're all with me. Luis, I just love you, man. Pick whatever you want. Well, I'll let you guys decide at least. And if it's a tie, then I'll pick the one I want. I don't want to taint anyone's decision here, but I feel like you all have a firm decision of what you'd like to see. But Kumena is sweet, or you can brew one and use the partial theme of the other. Huh. Oh, we worth a shot. Yeah. Play Krav and Regna because they're not blue. I requested Kumena in the comments. Come on, baby. All right. Well, let's not let this guy down, huh? Assist to regional manager. Gabe, I just think Kumena is a bit more interesting a build since it's tribal, which I don't see much outside of elves and wizards. That's true. I don't know if there's enough support. I mean, we've got Thassa's Oracle, right? She's a fish. She's a mer person, isn't she? All right. Let's do this. 5 minutes on the clock. I was trying to have this end around 5:10, but I kind of missed that mark. 5 minutes on the clock, starting now. And again, to refresh your memory, you need to type in the word vote with an exclamation mark in front of it, and either exclamation mark come, capital K, for Kumena, or exclamation mark KR for Krav Regna. That's just how I realize now how this was a slippery slope, but that's just how I put it in. Okay. And there's got to be a space there, Llama, between the words. Well, Michael Van Six has cast their vote. So with a perfect example then, follow Michael Van Six. There you go. And I don't know if it needs to be the exact spelling, but Beazle Bubster, you're going to need to put an exclamation mark in front of the word come. Similar to how Ciro Luther did. And now it's working. Now it's giving me the feedback from the bot. It was totally not doing that earlier, unless I was missing it. Thank you again for another contribution. I just want to see some fish dudes turn sideways, says Dart Owl 1. I want to... Yeah. Well, I hope you put your vote in. Again, follow the examples being set by all these lovely peers, okay? But thanks, Luis. Thanks, Dart. I appreciate it. I want to see some fish. Well, it's funny. Well, I mean, yeah. I'm pretty sure you mean, like, not sideways attacking, although we could, because Kumena wants to draw cards by tapping himself or others, right? I guess Kumena could get in there because, like, his first ability makes him unblockable or something. I'm not going to lie. I did the most research on Kumena because I knew he would be the most difficult for me to work through because I've not studied merfolk synergies. But Love Reno says the game was rigged for Kumena from the start. I can't not say exclamation mark come. I was trying to abbreviate it, but I didn't want them to be too similar. Okay, so I had Krav and Regna down versus KR, and I'm like, well, I can't just say K. I feel like I got to spell out part of this, and then I'm not gonna make you spell the whole word. Jesus. But yeah, you think that that's tainting people's voting decision right now? I really hope not. I mean, hey, it could. Next time you suggest legendaries, just go for the most suggestive legendaries you can, and then we can see where it goes from there. But thank you for the super chat. So guys, I just want you to know, if you haven't voted yet, we have 2 minutes, roughly 2 minutes on the clock, and we're gonna hang tight until we get this in, and then of course the bot is gonna let us all know which of the two won out. Okay, Kumena with Marrow Commerce could be fun. Oh, Dart Owl. Oh, Dart. It's too late now. It's too late now. I never realized that I misspelled my name when I made this account until you read it. Can you? I think you can change it, Michael. I've not delved into the settings, but I'm sure you can change it. What did you vote for, Luis? Did you vote for cum? Is that what that's what you people want to see on this channel? Guys, remember, I'm saving that for the OnlyFans, okay? Oh my god. Magic OnlyFans. It's never going to be a thing. It's never going to be a popular thing. I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong. I really hope I'm wrong. Someone's going to make bank off that. It's not me. This is so weird. I've never noticed that it allows me to insert ads on YouTube. I'm not going to do that to you. I think they just happen randomly. And I realize how they can be annoying, but that's interesting. I bet you PewDiePie would hit the shit out of this button. Okay. Got a little under 45 seconds here. So get those votes in. It's Mims. Did not put in an actual vote, but that's okay. Ken said my name. Yes. Let's see here. I pop in and here I'm saving that for the OnlyFans. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, Ken. Wait, a year from now. I'm in the middle. I'm getting snatched, working out 5 days a week just for you. Magic OnlyFans. I don't even know how that would play out. I don't know how I'd want that to play out. What kind of content would you want there? OnlyFans isn't... Again, we've had this conversation on the channel. We've had this conversation far too many times on the channel. I'm going to drop it. How do I vote? You're going to put in !vote, !KR for Krav Regna and or KUM for Kumena. But you only had a few seconds on that. Guys, 5 minutes have elapsed. That means we've decided our victor. And I can see the poll now. I see the numbers already. But thank you for participating in the poll. I hope all of you will stay for the duration of this video, regardless of the legendary or legendaries selected. But 24 to 15 voted. And I don't want to say, I want the robot to say it. I'm not going to fucking say it. I don't pay this robot to say it. There you go. Kumena was voted by 61.54% of the votes. So I guess we're doing Kumena. And I got to think about what I'm going to do for Kumena. Because I'm not going to lie, Regna and Krav, pretty easy to string together that strategy, right? Orzhov's pretty set in its ways. And just looking at the CMCs of our commanders there, those two, we were definitely going to have to take a long time with that strategy and sort of just work into Krav, draw cards, right? So likely stacks. And white-black is great for stacks. We have all the tutors to find the solutions we need, but that's not what we're doing. That's not what we're doing. All right, guys. We are doing Kumena, so please don't be confused by what you're seeing on your screen right now. What I had set up to make things easier, and I hope this does turn out to be easier, is both sets of commanders with a land base that I could just trim away. Okay? So, if you want to follow along, this should be linked in the description of this video. And I'm double checking right now. But if you were to go to the description, you can hit on Chosen Legends to visit the Tapped Out page and join me over on Tapped Out for this build. So what we're going to do is remove Krav and Regna right now. They were not voted for because you brew babies want some cum on this channel. You want some of the Kumena, who we'll talk about in just a second because there's a lot to discuss about Kumena. But we are going to be in Simic, baby. Or Quandrix. I don't know. You tell me. Maybe we should have another poll. Is it Simics or Quandrix? But Arid Mesa, does that fit in this list? No. Bloodstained Mire? No. Gotta cut that out. Breeding Pools, a yes. City of Brass, Command Tower, Flooded Strand? Yes. We have Islands, Forest. We're going to need the Godless Shrine, though. No. And we do not need the Marsh Flats. Need the Misty. Don't need the Plains. Polluted Delta works for us. Prismatic Vista works. Rejuvenating Spring is for Master Kumena. Scrubland, obviously, no. Same with Godless Shrine. Our Swamp can be taken out. And then, of course, we're also going to work in our land base later. With this list and for this particular cold brew, I think we're going to focus solely on the build, and then we'll get into the land base a little bit later. But Vault of Champions, obviously, is going to be cut. Verdant stays, Windswept stays, Wooded Footy stays. That should be accurate. And you can correct me if I'm wrong, but that should be the rough land base. And again, this is going to be as close to cEDH as we can make it. I did not mean to touch that button. Dart Owl says it's Simic. But is it? You tell me. You tell me. I don't know. I'm confused. Strixhaven says it's one thing, but then Ravnica says all this other shit about guilds. So I don't know. Okay. Now we have the deck. What I'm gonna do is just put in, what do you want to name it? Kumena. I don't know. Kumena. Give me a good suggestion for a name here. I'm following along on my phone now. It's sick to be able to tap down your merfolk to draw, then use Seedborn Muse and untap them. Yeah. So there's Seedborn Muse. I think there's a Simic or Quandrix. We'll go with Dart Owl here. There's a Simic creature that untaps all your creatures. We're going to have to look into the mass untappers. But really the big to-do here is to find useful merfolk. And there are actually a ton. There are actually a ton of really good merfolks. Intruder Alarm, Dramatic Scepter. And Dramatic Scepter for... What do we want? I mean, to make a... Intruder Alarm untaps all the things, but Dramatic Scepter is... what is attached to it? A Dramatic Reversal, right? But Dramatic Reversal... We don't have token generators. I don't think we have token generators. We're just making a lot of mana. I mean, we're really just making a lot of mana, but then we need, okay. So if we have the influx of if we have this, okay, we need to look at Kumena. Kumena cEDH, baby. That's what it's called. I think that's the working title. And then we're going to read over Kumena because it's definitely going to need to be addressed. Okay. Kumena, Tyrant of Araska. The dude looks like a badass, and if this turns out well, maybe I play it on the channel. Okay, so in case you're wondering what everyone was discussing so far as strategies are concerned, and we can sort of hash out what we do here, Kumena is 1 generic, 1 green, 1 blue, legendary creature, merfolk shaman, 2/4 body, quite sizable, that body. Art is so good. Tap another untapped merfolk you control. It has to be untapped? Come on. Kumena, Tyrant of Araska, can't be blocked this turn. Okay, get in there. Do that to commander. Sweet. Love it. Tap 3 untapped merfolk you control, and this can include Kumena. I kind of wish that first ability included Kumena too, because if you give him Vigilance somehow, it'd be kind of cool to make him a one-man army. But, draw a card. Cool. Okay, so we need at least 3 merfolk, including Kumena, right? So that's not so bad. Dramatic Reversal, Isochron Scepter is probably something that we're just going to need to do. Tap 5 untapped merfolk you control. Put a 1/1 counter on each merfolk you control. So if you want to shut out a game, I guess you could do it that way, but odds are likely... Because Dramatic Reversal is a cast from the Isochron Scepter, right? You know, we could just add any Storm card to the list and win, to include like Aetherflux Reservoir. It's not technically Storm, but that would be a way to finish off the game once you've, drawn through your list. I don't think we're going to do the +1 counters on each merfolk we control. That seems less relevant. Maybe I'm mistaken. I mean, I could see that being a cool safeguard to like a board wipe if someone just doesn't do the math correctly, like their Fire Covenant and they're trying to zap everything and you're like, well, I'm going to give these +1 counters now. I'm like, oh shit, I should have thought about that. Because I think most opponents are likely going to sleep on this ability too. But he's actually really easy to put down at 3 CMC. I don't know if we're going to go that quick, so I think a reliable amount of stacks, draw utilities, and then of course, whatever combo versions we want, combo variants rather, we want to put in here would be good. I'm trying to think of all the mass untappers, and maybe that's what we can look into, but I think the first thing I want to research are merfolk, viable tribal merfolk. And then, of course, we're going to revisit our land base. I think that this deck is going to seat neatly at 29 lands, though, because we're going to use a lot of fast mana and such, and many of the cards are going to be lower CMC, unless we use things like Retreat to Coralheim, or is that the landfall-based one? I guess we could add a landfall-based strategy, and that would be a thing for untapping things, or someone suggested Intruder Alarm whenever a creature enters the battlefield, untap all the creatures. There's a couple of utilities that work that way. I think there's even one, like when creatures go to the graveyard, you can untap all creatures. Let's just research that first. I think that's the interesting utility to break beyond useful merfolk. But yeah, I'm going to put Thada Adele in here. I'll probably put Thassa's Oracle in here. And that's the win. What am I talking about? I'm sorry. You just draw the deck and play Thassa's Oracle. I'm in blue. I'm in blue. How easy. Jace. Jace is my backup. Holy shit. That's also for CMC, right? Jace, Wielder of Mysteries. Doesn't even matter. I'm putting it in the deck because it's easy. We're in blue. Let's do it. Okay. Untap all. Not that. Blue. Green. Go. Let's go. All right, so I'm going to catch up with you all. So many words. Merkin's Liege is the Simic untappy boy, I think. Okay. Thieving Skydiver's gas. Hull Breacher's gas. Love all of these things. There's an enchantment for 2 mana that I tape your merfolk. The Scepter would let you untap all your stuff to draw with 3 merfolk. Oh, I think this is... Well, yeah, this might have been a while ago. Staff of Domination, maybe? Yeah. I think that Thassa's Oracle is probably the cleanest. Even if we just play Thassa out, to just have a merfolk, and I know that sounds silly, but the thing is, just playing her out to have a merfolk and doing the thing, right, isn't bad. Like, it's good card quality on top of the fact that we can tap her to draw a card coupled with Kumena and any other merfolk, right? So that's really not that silly a play. I don't think people are going to be too concerned with it. And the thing is, you can chain it back to your hand. There's all the bounce spells and magic we can use. So we'll probably chain it back to our hand to get it back later, should we need it. Not to say that you should play Thassa's Oracle out early. Not that many great ways to recover her other than Hewitt, Noxious, Revival, and then maybe you run Rift Sweeper if it gets exiled somehow. I don't know. Do we run Mobilize? Do we run Vitalize? I think specifically Isochron Scepter, it needs to be 2 mana, right? And also we kind of want Isochron Scepter to untap itself. Let me see here. Convert a mana cost of 2 or less. Okay. Well, I don't think that there's another card that pairs quite as well with it other than Dramatic Reversal. And in case you're new to this line of play, it's rather old combo in the game, but whenever you cast Dramatic Reversal, you untap all non-land permanents you control. So if you have a lot of artifact ramp, this is quite good. You can even use it early game to untap things like Mana Vault or other big rocks just to ramp out bigger plays. And obviously you can recover it with the cards I've mentioned, Noxious Survival and such, right? Even if you use Dramatic Reversal to untap your shit and get the draw of Kumena, you can use it off turn with Noxious Revival to recover Dramatic Reversal once you have Scepter in hand, yada, yada, yada. But basically you untap it and then everything else that's non-land, and then provided you have a couple of dorks, tap the dorks, tap your rocks, and you're able to feed into Dramatic Reversal again. That makes infinite mana for most decks, right? I think Urza's still on Dramatic Reversal. Isochron Scepter, that's maybe the most popular list to use it currently. But now Kumena is up there. So we do that, but then if you have X number of merfolk, you can win the game by drawing your deck. So we're going to add that now. I think that makes sense. And it's also just good value. Like, Isochron Scepter, even if we just played it out early game and made it a repeatable counter spell, right? That doesn't feel bad. And then again, bounce effect, put it back in your hand, utilize it when you have the Dramatic Reversal. And again, because everything in blue is instant speed, you just value. It's just value, right? Benefactor's Drought's kind of cute. I kind of like how Benefactor's Drought works too. I'm going to put in some things that are probably questionable, but we'll see if we enjoy them, like Benefactor's Drought, Vitalize. I think that makes sense. And then I'm going to catch up with the chat in a second once we've gone through all the untappy bits. Vita. Nice. Why didn't it? Okay. And then let's keep going through here. As long as there are 4 more quest counters on Quest for Renewal, untap all creatures you control during each other player's untap step. Huh. Whenever a creature you control becomes tapped. Quest for Renewal, it needs 4 or more. That's quite a lot of work, but I feel like Quest for Renewal could be good. It could be good, and I would like to see it play well. But these are basically our value engines as we go through the game, right? Coupled with any sort of stacks and control pieces, because again, this strategy is going to be a little slow. And much like the dude I was just suggesting, Urza, it's probably going to be a list that wants to take its time and set up value, whereas there are other lists that can obviously speed much quicker than us. Kinnan and Simic being one of those commanders that plays very quickly. Kumena is not going to play that quickly. At the end of your turn, untap all merfolk you control. Wait, someone said Marrow Commerce. Someone said Marrow Commerce. I do read your comments, I swear. Yeah, yeah, Marrow Commerce. That's so funny, dude. What? There's a card for Kumena from Lorwyn. What? All right, we're gonna use that. I mean, I hope we have, the merfolk for this to work, but we'll soon find out. I'm fairly certain we're still gonna use dorks though, and dorks are gonna take up like a majority of the list. Is there a merfolk dork? I bet there is. Blue would get some shit like that. I bet there's a merfolk dork. We'll have to look into that. It's not 1 CMC though. Very, very doubtful. Untap all basic lands he or she controls. Nope, don't want that. This is what I was talking about. Right, great art, way in England. Whenever a creature is put into a graveyard from play, so this includes your opponent's graveyards, tap or untap all creatures that share a creature type with it. So, merfolk, obviously. I'm not sure there's a direct strategy for this. There's not really great recursion. Unless we had some sort of infinite loop with like a Tamir Sabertooth Eternal Witness sort of deal, and then you were casting merfolk, but that doesn't seem logical for this, not with the route we're going. Intruder Alarm is cute. Whenever you creature comes into play, untap all creatures. So is this like a Cloudstone Curio sort of thing? How do we make this work infinite? How do we make Intruder Alarm work infinitely? Someone smarter than I tell me. Whenever a creature comes into play, untap all creatures. I mean, for me, it seems like something you'd want to do with a big creature, right? Like, we had a Savala in the list, and Savala was tapping for 5 mana. So then you would be able to, like, play a dork, bounce a dork with a Cloudstone Curio, untap Savala, make mana. So we don't really care about her summoning sickness, and we can make infinite mana that way. This seems okay. I'll put Intruder Alarm in the sideboard. I don't know. I kind of just want... These feel like more like value engines to me, less so combo pieces, because they're going to be rather convoluted, and Kumena is not really helping Intruder Alarm do anything, that if I'm mistaken. I mean, obviously, if we have the merfolk, then Intruder Alarm's decent when someone plays a creature. But if no one's playing creatures, then we're not drawing because we need to untap Kumena somehow, right? I'll put it on the sideboard. Again, I could be wrong. I'm not really certain how I want to manipulate that. There are ways to go infinite with Retreat to Coralheim, but I'm certain they're not worth it in this list. And simultaneously untap all tapped creatures and tap all untapped creatures. It's a lot of words. I'm going to stop there. I'll check in with you guys. See what you think about the untappy stuff. Okay. Oh wow, you're saying so many merfolk. We're gonna look at merfolk together. Cryptolith writes for the birdfish. Lull Mage Mentor I like. I do like Lull Mage Mentor. I'll put Lull Mage Mentor in now. And we can look at it later. So anyone who doesn't know what this card is. And I'll obviously put Thassa's Oracle in now too. I think that's one of our merfolk. I also think that Hull Breacher is going to be a merfolk for the list. But let's see here. I saw combo Intruder Alarm with Kioris Follower, which is like the tap, untap a thing. Forbidden Orchard. Huh. Hold on. So we need to crop rotation our Forbidden Orchard, have Kioris Follower out, which is a 2 CMC. She's Simic. If you guys don't know who Kiora's Follower is. I think there's alternative art for this card that's also really good. We're going to look at that one. Don't even look at this one. Don't look at this one. Stop looking at it. Stop. We need to look at that full art promo. Okay. Untap another target permanent. So, as was suggested, you can tap Cura's Follower, give someone a spirit, make mana, and then untap all of the creatures, and then obviously tap Cura's Follower. That's kind of cool. I mean, we might be on Forbidden Orchard anyways. I don't really like using Forbidden Orchard if I can avoid it. It seems more like a 4 to 5 colorless sort of thing. You know, in 2 colors, you're definitely going to have the right mana base, or if you're still having trouble with your mana base, there's an issue. But it's usually a solvable thing. But we'll see. I think that we'll just add that. I add that to main or side. I'll add that to the sideboard when we're doing our land base, and if we want to add Intruder's Alarm as like a main combo, we can consider that. Cura's Follower seems pretty good. Cura's Follower is a merfolk, though. Am I correct? Okay. So I feel like we should be on Cura's Follower just because, and it will be good with like the Gaia's Cradle and such. Maybe there's that. I don't know. Okay. The enchantment from Eldritch Moon that lets you tap dudes for mana and Silvergill Adept. I think this was suggested already. Where is it? Someone said it. Oh my god. It has a name, I promise. All right. Kumena Changelings Merfolk. Yeah, and there are ways to, I mean, here, there are, what is that thing called? We're done with the untappy bits. I think we're done with the untappy bits. Is that true? Hold up. No, look at Seedborn Muse and look at the other one right here. Seedborn Muse is nice because you can natural order it. This is the dude. Murkfiend Liege. Someone said it earlier. But untap all green and blue creatures you control during each other player's untap step. So that, and then Seedborn Muse. Obviously, Seedborn Muse is just a little bit better. And we're going to use... what's that boy's name? Who's the other fish that's really popular? What's his name? Throsta? Shasta? What's his name? Thrasios. God, you can really tell I care about these blue creatures. I gotta spell it right first. That would really help, I think. Come on, Thrasios. Stop fucking hiding from me. There you go. We're going to use that. We'll use Seedborn Muse. That seems to make sense. And then we'll also use the Murkfiend Liege. Murkfiend Liege. Okay. But what I want to do is look up Merfolk, baby. Let's find all them sweet, sweet Merfolk that we're going to be utilizing to win the game. Doubtful. I don't think we're going to win the game with them, but we'll try. Thrasios as an outlet, just play Thrasios. Thrasios for value. We're not playing Thrasios. If we happen to have infinite mana and Thrasios out, yes. But we're just play Thrasios and something else better if you're doing that. Fallow Sage, when it's tapped, you draw a card. Is Fallow Sage a merfolk? Because I'm about to look through all the merfolk that have ever been created. Tribal Sorcery Merfolk. Put a flood counter on target land. That land is an island in addition to its other types, for as long as it has a flood counter on it. If you control a Merfolk, draw a card. You know what? Only because that's such interesting tech, I'm going to put it in. It's going to be cut. But you know, you could correct a utility land of yours. That would be cute. And then draw a card that replaces itself. Obviously not a good card, but it's good fodder for Force of Will. How about that? Benthic Biomancer. Whenever one or more +1 nope. Don't care about that. Whenever opponent shuffles his or her library, you may put a 1/1 counter. Don't care about that. Cassie's Trickster. Good art, though. Someone said Curse Catcher. And Curse Catcher, while it's not countering spells, is going to be a sweet booty to tap. All right. Each player reveals the top of his or her library. You may put the revealed cards into their owner's graveyards. If you don't, each player draws a card. If you don't, they draw it? What a stupid thing. We're putting it into the grave, I'm pretty sure, but we're also not using that. Enclave Cryptologist. Wow, I remember this was a cube. staple for a little bit. Draw a card, then discard a card. Not so good. Not so good multiplayer. Whenever a player plays a blue spell, wow, okay, all the time, you may pay 1. If you do, target player puts the top 2 cards of his or her library into his... now that is an outlet. So we can loop this with some sort of infinite blue cast shenanigan. That's not worth our time. We're not going to do that. What are we building? Kumena. Death Chain says he loves the content. Thank you. Fallow Sage is great for merfolk from... Okay. I'm sure that I'm going to run into Fallow Sage in a second. Is on the 11th row down in merfolk. Wow. All right. Well, look here. Fallow Sage. We're going to add it. It's added. It's in there. I think it was recommended more than enough times for me to believe you. Oh, shit. Should we add the Jungle Delver? Oh, look at this guy. It's my favorite card when I was playing Ixalan. So good. No more. But no more. What is this? Oh, that art. I remember this. There's a really great alternative art for this, which we are going to look at. I pulled this foil. Anyways, target player puts the top 4 cards of their library into their graveyard. Not useful. Island Walk deals combat damage to a player. The player reveals random from their hand. Cool. Deals combat damage to that player mills a card. Oh, sacrifice. Draw a card. Activate this ability if the opponent has 8 or more cards in their graveyard. Merfolk, Wind Robber. Do we like it? We could add Orvar to this list if we want. And someone was saying changelings, and there is that thing from Call Time that is like the Maskwood Nexus. Maybe we can use that to some effect. We'll see. Till the end of turn, if a non-token creature would enter the battlefield and it wasn't cast, exile it instead. I think we're good, Mistcaller. Are we good, though? That's really not a horrible effect. You know what, Mistcaller? Okay. It's really not a horrible effect. And if it wasn't cast, so... You know, there's plenty of ways to cheat out creatures. Obviously, you know, in a world when Protean Hulk was a relevant threat, then Mistcaller would be kind of cool. But also the fact that you can sacrifice it, whether it's tapped or untapped, is really great in my book. That's actually really interesting. So we're going to add that. Do we want the Rishidan Port creature? I don't think so. Probably don't. Return target artifact card from your graveyard to your hand. Root Water Diver. Nah, we're good. We're good, bro. Thanks. Thanks for showing up, though. It was kicked. Target land. Nope, don't care about that. Can't be blocked. Target land. Nope, don't care about that. These merfolks. So many useful abilities. Return a creature you control to its owner's hand. I like that kicker cost, though. This is actually quite a good kicker cost. If you pay the kicker cost, Arctic Merfolk comes into play with a +1/+1 counter on it. Fuck that art. Ron Spears, dude. We're going to add Arctic Merfolk. You know why? I don't know why. So if you know why, tell me. I think that kicker is really interesting, though. It's a merfolk, so it synergies well with our commander, but it also will let us leverage things like Spellseeker, any sort of ETB creature, right? For 2, mind you, 2. It's snap without the untappy bit, but still not bad. Aga of Bolas. Not useful. Coralheim Commander. Did anyone suggest this guy? Coral Merfolk. There's more Merfolk. Okay, let me just say it off the bat. There are more Merfolk than I realized. There are far more Merfolk than I realized here. When Coralheim Trickster, face up. That ability is not, that's not a high morph cost, but it's not a good enough effect. It's a one-time containment priest. Yeah. Mistcaller is great. Kills Reanimator with World Gorger. True. Lab Maniac. Might as well with Jace. As he said no to everything. No. No, we're going to do Jace. We're going to do Jace. No, we're doing counters. We're doing counters. Arctic and Alarm. Right? Hold up. I'm looking for the merfolk that creates merfolk tokens, and I'm sure we're coming upon it, but this is just a really fun adventure for me because I've never looked at merfolk other than the ones I've played in Ixalan. Like Deep Root Champion and Rivals. Whenever another merfolk enters the battlefield, nah, that's cool, dude. We're good. We're good. Stay home. Everything's fine. Don't worry. Harbinger of the Tides. Look at this guy. You may cast it as though it had flash if you pay 2 more. Well, that's some mana. Whenever Harbinger of the Tides enters the battlefield, you may return target tapped creature an opponent controls to its hand. Okay, we're going to pretend we didn't read over that. Curious followers in the list, though. That's pretty cool. Destroy target creature with Island Walk. Okay. Yep. Relevant threats out there with Island Walk. Do you need to be concerned about that? Or am I just being dumb? Gabe, what doesn't Mistcaller stop World Gorger since Animate isn't casting it? Correct. Yours is based on CMC. Kicker return. Nani? Kicker return Oracle to hand. Yeah. Ooh. Kick that Oracle back to hand. It's part of the cost. You can't stop me. Was going to suggest that one, but couldn't remember his name. Which one? Deeproot Waters isn't going to be in this list, but it's a token machine. Well, then, it might be in this list. Don't discredit yourself. Don't discredit yourself yet, Harrison. Is an enchantment that makes them, but Okay, well, we'll see how it truly is, okay? Let's just give it a chance, why don't we? Enters the battlefield, look at the top card of target player's library. Yes, that information is vital. But not enough. Merfolk Trickster enters the battlefield, tap target creature opponent controls. I don't care. Loses abilities. That's kind of cute. That's when they use the ability before the tap. Overtaker. Damn, again, classic art. Gotta love it. We're not going to use it. How many more merfolk are there? Okay, we're not going to go all the way to the end of the merfolk rainbow, but we're going to try. Hey, didn't I say there was a dork? Of course there would be. Sea Scryer. And you don't even scry. You're not even scrying, you're just making mana. So off color. What are you? What is this? Do we use it? Tempest? Mirage, that's what this set was. Tempest is the book, right? I don't think we use Sea Scryer. I don't. There are better. Thassa's Oracle's in the list. Don't worry. Thrasios in the list. Someone said Thieving Skydiver earlier, and I am going to have to agree with that person. Thieving Skydiver. Love it. Like it, love it, want some more of it. Soul Ring? Yes, please. What else is on the menu? I don't know, but I'll kick the girl. I'll kick the one girl to bounce the other girl to put the girl back down. That's just what Kumena wants, okay? That's just what Kumena wants. Enters the battlefield, tap, target, red or green creature and opponent controls. Love it. Not enough. Target instant or sorcery spell becomes color of your choice. Holy shit. You make anything red elemental blastable. Ooh, anything hydro blastable. Or blue elemental blastable. Add blank mana. Spend this mana only to cast instants or sorceries. Well, it's just a less... No, it's the same. It's the same as the other one, and I'm not interested. So, we're moving on to 3 CMC. This is good. This is good. We're making progress here. Cold Eye Selkie. Look at those cold eyes. Whenever Cold Eye Selkie deals combat damage to a player, you may draw draw that many cards. Wait up. Guys, is Cold Eye Selkie good? Is Cold Eye Selkie good? I think I added Thada Adele already. I want to say I added Thada Adele. I'm going to add Thada right now, but I agree with this commenter. Good suggestion. Check out Tempest Caller. Did I miss it, Luis? Wake Thrasher, I think, and there's a looter. So far as like token generators are concerned. Is Cold Eye Selkie good? Just say it. Just say it. Be honest with me. I think Cold Eye Selkie is good because it will draw one of two ways. Withdrawing one card for 3 mana, that is a high cost. That is a high cost. I'm going to put in Cold Eye Selkie just because I love the way she looks. But I'm not sure she sticks. Emery, Lurker of the Lock. Emery. Girl, I love you. Yeah, we'll use Emery. She just seems like a little bit of value in my life. Waterfront Bouncer is Deece. Sarah Luther says yes to Cold Eye. Cold Eye is good in vintage. Mama is strictly saying that Cold Eye Selkie is only vintage playable. Is that what you're saying to me? You're just saying it's good. It's a good card in vintage. I got you. Kopala, better drop those dollars for Master Kopala. Warden of the Waves, baby. Spells your opponent's cast that target a merfolk you control cost 2 more to cast. That's right. Fuck off, Kopala says. And abilities your opponents control that activate target a merfolk. Same story. Just stop. Stop trying to touch my man Kumena. I don't know if that's good enough. Whenever Library Larcenist attacks, draw a card. You are not island walking, Library Larcenist. I don't know if you're good enough, but you're easier to put down. Damn it. The fact that I can mana crypt the Merfolk Rogue makes this feel better, but I'm not sure it's good. I think Cold Eye Selkie's okay. We already have the Lull Mage Mentor in case someone's wondering. I'm fairly certain I put Lull Mage Mentor in. Okay. This is good. I like the Lull Mage a lot. Specifically because of the Merfolk Generator. And we're going to try to counter a shit ton of spells for that boy. Okay. But better if it's Voltron, I'm sure. Yes, it is. Selkie's okay. Not that good unless you can pump it. Talrand creates tokens and is Merfolk. Is Talrand 3 CMC? I think he is. Hull Breacher's good. Hull Breacher's in. And I agree. Hull Breacher's good. Give me 1 second, gang. This is just overwhelming. I really was not expecting to be peering through this many merfolk, but it's actually quite enjoyable. And I hope my glee is of some entertainment to you, because I had no idea I would be staring down this many merfolk right now. Of the Sea and Skies has indestructible as long as you control at least 2 other merfolk. Okay. Whenever she attacks, draw a card. Other merfolk you control. Yeah. We like you. The Sea and Sky. She's brand spanking new. Seb McKinnon art. I didn't even know she existed. I like her. This feels Cold Eye Selkie material, right? Maybe even better. Okay. Please check out Root Water Thief. Blue Oppo. Root Water Thief. Holy shit, true name Nemesis is a fucking merfolk. I didn't even know that. Okay. Here's what I'm gonna do. Because this is clearly consuming quite a bit of time, or at least it feels like it. I'm gonna look over some of the cards that you suggested, starting with Gabe. So Cold Eyes there. Okay, please check out Root Water Thief. And then I'm gonna go back and look at the rest of them. I'm sorry. Root Water Thief. Pay blue. Gains flying to the end of turn. Whenever a deals combat damage to a player, you may pay 2. If you do, search that player's library for a card and remove it from the game, and the player shuffles their library. Yeah. I mean, you know what? Because odds are likely that we won't need the evasion, but the evasion's nice. I think the ability at 2 is steep, but good enough. It's not necessarily opposition agent, because you're not getting the thing. But it's also just happens to be a merfolk, right? That's not horrible. I'm not certain it'll stick, but it's not horrible. I put in the new merfolk god. Yes, Tiger. I got there. Intruder Alarm, Birds, Equilibrium, Ornithopter equals infinite ETB, Cast Brain Freeze, win. Damn, that was a lot of cards. But I'm sure you're right. And there is a new version of Kopala with Ward 1. I think I saw that a second ago. Let's look up to 4 CMC and I think we'll stop there, right? Sigil Tracer, for sure, is good, but ability might be too expensive. Do we feel like Root Water Thief's ability is too expensive? And is Sigil Tracer along the same vein? Because using mana on turn as the blue player is never a good sign, if I'm being honest. If it is exiling shit from your opponent, though, That's good, but I feel like you're going to make yourself the enemy of the table if you're doing that to too many people, but it's pretty good. Tap 2 and tap 2. That is costly. Copy target instant sorcery spell. You may choose new targets with a copy. Okay, so is there a way to cheese this? Is there a way to do anything special with this? You have like the illusionist bracers. What do you have? There's like a couple ways to copy activated abilities of creatures. I'm trying to think of how you can like double dip, or if we're going to spend this much for this ability, because the creature itself already costs 3 mana, so it's actually quite an investment off the top end. And if no one's won at this point when you've tapped out for this, and you do have another turn with this, well, you need 2 untapped wizards. And I don't believe Kumena is a wizard. I gotta look at that again. But I'm a little iffy on that. I could be persuaded, though. Forerunner of the Heralds, tutors for merfolk in your deck. Forerunner of the Heralds. Of the he. Oh, yeah, to the top, right. Make it drop with that wet ass. Whenever another merfolk enters the battlefield under your control, put a 1/1 counter on. Ooh. This is like, okay, so you do this, you tap the girl, you tap Kumena, you tap the other thing, you draw the card. Oops, it's Thassa's Oracle. Maybe, right? That's cute. I don't know. It's kind of expensive. I'm going to put it on the sideboard. Forerunner of the Heralds. Okay, and now I want to go through the rest of these. Up to four, and I promise we're done. I'm not going to torture you with this. No true name nemesis. Although we could. Oh, do we put true name nemesis in? I love true name nemesis. It is a very good card in other formats, but I'm not sure it's good here. Whenever you cast a spell that targets Triton Fortune Hunter, draw a card. We're never going to do that. Unless there's some sort of card I don't know of that will allow me to do it infinitely. Double the number of each kind of counter on target artifact, creature, or land. Vorel, you missed the mark, boy. Man, someone dropped that human merfolk. Someone who's into the Vorthos players unite. Tell me, what is Vorel's story? Who is this man, folk? I need to know. Enters the battlefield, draw a card. God, that's hideous creature. We're good. We're avoiding. Adrix, ward. Whenever this creature becomes the target of a spell or ability opponent controls, counter it unless the player pays 2. If one or more tokens would be created under your control, is this good? How many tokens are we making? I don't know if we're making that many tokens, but I like Adrix and Nev on the side. Adrix and Nev. Adrix and what? Why is she? Pop up, girl. Pop up. There we go. Okay. All right, let's get through 4. Oh my God, there's so many. Jade Guardian was gas from Ixalan when I was playing Ixalan. Drafts sealed. Play that guy. Really good. Whenever a merfolk you control deals damage to a player, draw a card. Seafloor Oracle. Not as good as the Thassa Oracle, but maybe worthwhile. Gain control of target creature as long as nope, never gonna happen. Storm Sculptor, also pretty interesting. Talrand. Okay, so whenever you cast an instant sorcery, we like Talrand because he makes drakes. Yeah, why not? We'll add Talrand for now. I'm wondering how much further down the line. I think Zagan is the last one, right? So Talrand. I'll add Talrand to the sideboard, and maybe we add him to the main board. Again, that's sort of like this sort of synergy here with Adrix and Nev. I think if we were playing Adrix and Nev, Talrand would be more of a priority, but because we're only concerned about making merfolk, not altogether too concerned with that card. +1 can... Okay, none of these matter. None of these matter to me. All right. Where you at? Let's chat. Let's see where we're at with our merfolk army. And then let's chat. Training Grounds reduces it to... Oh my God, Arctic merfolk. Why you gotta give me so much trouble? Where are you? Show yourself. Oh my god. What? Is it not called Arctic Merfolk? I'm about to not put you in this list. Where are you? Are you kidding me? Yeah. I swear to God, it was called Arctic Merfolk. Oh Lord. Okay. Okay. We're gonna doing it manually here. This is aggravating. What was the name of this creature? I swear I spelt it right. Where are you? Where are you? Come on, come on. There you are. Arctic. Oh God, I don't know how to spell. Should have stayed in school. Okay. Arctic Merfolk. Done. Done. Now we're talking. Okay. Need the best merfolk of them all. Sea Hunter. Alright. You're putting your name on the line. You're putting your name on the line, man. Sea Hunter. Let's see how best this is. But, well, that's loading. Talrand is 4 CMC. It is indeed. Merfolk Leviator is interesting, but I don't know how good it is. Well, we can decide together. Oh, the guy who finds them. Puts it on the battlefield. I don't know. If we're drawing our deck, I'm not sure it's absolutely necessary, but look at the man's chokehold. Damn, look at that happy face. He's even happy about it. Merfolk do not look the same, by the way. When did Magic decide they need to be sexy? And I'm not complaining. Trust me, I like my Kumena just the way he is. Copy other people's spells. Merfolk. Okay. Is this the copy other people's spells thing? Or is it the one we went over that was just okay? Nope, that's not how it's spelled. All right. This plus mana dorks with reversal. Who? What? Seafloor Oracle makes the merfolk that connect with damage draw you cards cost 4. Yeah, Seafloor Oracle was okay. I'm not really high on it. Training Grounds reduces it to 1. Reduces what to 1? Oh, I'm not going to add Training Grounds for that. If Thrasios was our commander, then I would add Training Grounds, and that would be more of a concern. Right? Okay. It's probably just Simic. He's the leader of the Simic Mutate Guild, I believe you. Simic Ascendancy. All right, Trent. All right, okay. Simic Ascendancy. Simic Ascendancy, baby. Let's do it. This better be a good card. You better have suggested the best card, or I'm going to be really upset. But as that loads, Scryfall last night was, like, broken. Was not wanting to work. Whenever one or more +1/+1 counters are put on a creature you control, put that many growth counters on Simic Ascendancy. Holy shit. At the beginning of your upkeep, if Simic Ascendancy has 20 or more growth counters on it. Time wasted. Just wasted. But I appreciate the suggestion. Voral is part of the Simic. Oh, this is the knowledge I was requesting. Thank you. Or as one part of it at one point at least. Started as a human, Sonic combined, made him into a merfolk. Now he's Sega Sonic? Really? The guy who eats chili cheese dogs? That guy? Now he's loving the fish life. Now he's just loving the fish life. Master of the Waves plus Mystic Reflections as alternate. It sounds costly. I've never heard of these cards before. With all this lack of red, you owe us a Torbrand episode. Suggested in the comments after the video. What about Sea Hunter? We talked about Sea Hunter, and I was just iffy. Art with an AC. I know now. I know now. Sea Hunter is the best merfolk. You just get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here with Sea Hunter. Not the best. Not even merfolk. Human mercenary. He hasn't gone through the Voral Sonic mutation process yet. He's looking to do it, though. That's actually his love. You see him strangling there. After this image was taken, they actually wind up going out to dinner and really enjoying each other's company. So it's really misleading, honestly. Heather Hudson, not one of your best. Okay. What do you mean? They were always sexy. Look at that beefcake. Fish cake. Yeah, right? It's more for counters deck. Yeah, I bet so. Merfolk Levitator. The Merfolk Levitator. Potter. Alright. Show me. Show me your Wingardium Leviosa. Show me how you make Merfolk levitate. Now I have to go to Google how to spell... It's alright. I don't know how to spell Arctic. So, you know, we're all in the same boat here. It's cool. It's for what you want. You don't know that. You don't know. How do you... You don't know what I want. maybe it's good. We'll know. Who knows? Who knows? Oh, wow. Different languages. That's when you know that the Scryfall is having a tough time figuring out what the hell you mean. Okay. Only reason it's interesting is it can untap itself when you cast blue spells. Shit. Okay. True Name Nemesis. Yeah, I was saying, like, Diogo? Is True Name Nemesis good for this list? Should just shut off one player and think about life for a second? Maybe. People are kink shaming. So much kink shaming on this channel, and I can't help what the audience's feeling. Look, if you're into merfolk, you're into merman. If you're into merfolk, that's a thing, okay? You can't spell Arctic. I can't spell Simic. We're not so different, you and I. Did you look at changelings like Masked Vandal? Wesley C. coming in with the big brain, smart plays, smart searches, putting me to shame. Did I look up changelings? Of course not, but I did before the video. And there's some things in there for us, I'm sure. But let's look at them now. Let's look at them now. Why don't we? But we've got Arctic Monkeys. We've got Cold Eye Selkie, only for the art. Curse Catcher, because he knows how to catch a curse, and I don't know how to do that yet. Emery Lurker of the Lock, maybe value, who knows? She does have to tap to do the thing, so we won't be drawing, or will we? Fallow Sage, I didn't see it. When Fallow Sage becomes tapped, you draw a card. Alright, well, now the other guy that's 4 CMC that does the same thing is feeling better. I feel like Fallow Sage is encouraging me to play Springleaf Drum. Because I don't see us having Kumena active all the time, right? Fallow Sage is too costly. Again, and even the other 4 CMC guy, I kind of like the other 4 CMC guy that whenever a merfolk does damage or whenever a merfolk attacks, you draw a card. That seems more likely. I don't know. But Kumena, want to make him our commander. Do that really quick. Was this not searching? Didn't I put in a search term? Doesn't matter. Okay. There's Kumena. There he is. Miss Caller, love it. Lull Mage, love it. Curious Follower, love it. Hull Breacher, love it. All these things I love. I'm a little, again, iffy on this dude. Okay. Mercfiend Liege, not a merfolk, but honorary. Rootwater Thief, I'm really just in it for the art, plus those Nemesis foils. Quite good. Seedborn Muse, same boat as the Mercfiend Liege. Loves Thoughta Adele, all about it. Thassa's Oracle, all about it. Thieving Skydive, let's jump. And Thrasios, all for him too. I'm happy with that. Okay, we've got one combo in the deck. Dramatic Reversal with Isochron Scepter. Sounds like a thing we can do. Let's try it. We have Marrow Commerce. Great way to get your marrow. Lovely people there. Merfolk are really sweet. Don't listen to what you've heard on other channels. Quest for Renewal. Who knows if it's good? I don't. But we're going to find out in this video. But yeah, let's tune in with you all. Where are you? How are you feeling? That chokehold is the only way the merfolk can Kumena. Oh, Kumena. Nice. Springleaf Drum and Paradise Mantle. Not to make Fallow Sage work. Like, is Fallow Sage in the command zone? I think not. So you were saying Master of the Waves, Mystic Reflections is Infinite Fishes, right? Master of the Waves, Mystic Reflection. Master of the Waves? Is this Kopala? Benthic Biomancer, I officially hate my life. Others must suffer as I am. Turn it into a stasis deck. Yeah, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Scryfall is shitting the bed, guys. We're going to have to do all of this by memory in a second. I officially hate my life. Okay, Benefactor's Drought. Benefactor's Drought. Yeah, Benefactor's Drought. I'm not sure we're using it. I just put it there because it untaps things. Basically. Master of the Waves. Where is this master you speak of? I don't see a Master of the Waves. What? Master of Waves. Oh, God. No the. Got you. When Master of Waves enters the battlefield, create a number of creature tokens equal to your devotion to blue. And then you're saying that with Mystic Reflection is Infinite Fishes? Mystic, wait, no. No. Infinite Fishes. Choose target non-legendary creature. Next time one or more creatures or planeswalkers enter the battlefield this turn, they enter as a copy of the chosen creature. Does this let me copy? I'm not seeing Infinite Fishes here. I'm not seeing Infinite Fishies here. I could be mistaken, but I don't see Infinite Fishies. We will put Mystic Reflection in, though, because it is quite good. I do like Mystic Reflection. Steal a little bit of value, why don't we? And we'll also add Oko. While I'm thinking about it, I'm just putting in some value pieces. Thief of Crowns is the one? Thief of Crowns. Thief of Crowns? Let's find out. Okay. Master of Waves. Yeah. Is this just a Merfolk tribal deck? Naim, is it ever just a Merfolk tribal deck? Isn't life just a Merfolk tribal deck? That's what I have to ask you. No, it's not just Merfolk tribal. There's combos in there. Hold up. You'll see them. I promise. At some point. Maybe we'll see a combo or two. Yeah, Thief of Crowns. That's the shit right there. That's what I want. Give me that. Love it. Mystic Reflection, ETB on the stack. Target Master of Waves. Makes like 50 elementals. 6-7 if your devotion is... you target Master of Waves with Mystic Reflection. Yeah. Someone said Infinite Fishies. Copy Master of Waves. The horse enters as masters, but their horses are just horses. Oh. It makes Master of Wave tokens equal to your devotion to blue, and those tokens are 1/0 elementals. If we're adding Oko, why not Narset? What? Because Oko's really good. Narset's fine, though. We can add Narset, because we need stacks. Sure. What is her name, though? Narset, Parter of Veils? Is this the one we want? The blue one? The stacks piece? I don't remember these blue cards, people. Gotta make me think. I see them when I see them, and then I shut them down. I don't remember their names. Parter of Veils. Okay. Is Master of Wave tokens? Okay, I'm off the Master of Waves bit. I'm off it. Don't even like it anymore. If it's gonna make me think this hard, it sounds like it's not worth it. Big question is, where does Kumena fall in competitive meta? I could see this being tier 2. I don't give a fuck about tiers. If you're just gonna ask me personally. But what I'll state is that you're probably better playing Thrasios. Right? You're probably just better playing Thrasios. But that's not the point. The point is, we're here to make a Kumena list, damn it. And that's what we're gonna fucking do. So don't talk to me about your tiers. Because life, Magic, it's not about tiers. It's about having good times. And Kumena, he's all about a good time. Okay. Yeah, so I definitely lied about those being infinite. Not out of malice. That's fine. Hope you're doing well today, Pat. Well, I was until someone brought up tiers. Quicksilver Fountain. That's an interesting sax piece. Submerge because it's on theme. You got Hull Breacher. I see this guy like opening a door and being like, "You got Hull Breacher?" I'm like, "Yeah, I do. Do you got Hull Breacher?" Yeah, of course I got Hull Breacher. If you're running Narset, might as well play Windfall. Well, look, guys, if you just want me to add the wheels, okay, here, all the core cards for any Simic list. Go. Let's start with those wheels. Windfall. Titty Twister. Is it 1 word? 2 words? Is it expensive? Yes. We're going to get the alpha version because, we got money for that. Then we're going to add our fast mana. So let's just do our Chrome Mox. In no particular order. Lotus Petal. Do we add Jeweled Lotus? Sure. Sure we do. Mana Crypt, why not? I like taking damage. One of my favorite things. Soul Ring. Mox Diamond, I think so. What other forms of fast mana do we want? Mox Amber, probably not good enough. Maybe a little slow. Mox Opal, I don't like just having an artifact that sits around. Springleaf Drum, though, I will actually add. I think Springleaf Drum might be fun. Hit me up. Fast mana. I don't think Mana Volt's necessary here. I do want Arcane Signet, though. Felwar Stone. And then name the Signet. Name the Talisman. Name both of them. Oh, shit. Joseph Hayhurst says, this is what happens when you try to build blue. Looking up basic blue cards like Master of Waves. Return to the dark side. Black is real power. Yeah, I agree. Black, I mean, if you're really wondering what's winning games out there, kids, it's that fat Adnaz. It's the Adnaz that enables everything, right? It's the Necropotence that the Zur is playing for. Mostly all black cards, right? I could agree with that sentiment. Dothi Voidwalker, new favorite. Demonic Tutor, really great. Have you ever heard of it? Yeah, there's a lot of things in black that are just really good. But blue is what a majority of these larger cEDH builds are made out of. I have to say, like, it's why Force of Will is always playable. Even when you're in 5 colors, you're like, holy shit, all these blue cards. Who would have thunk? Okay. Mana Crypt, Jeweled Lotus, Chrome Mox, Mox Diamond, Chrome Mox, Seedborn Muse. We have Seedborn Muse. High Tide could be on theme. Do we have enough islands for High Tide to work? Wait, High Tide? Isn't High Tide basic islands or just islands? Islands. I don't know. I don't know about High Tide. Kinnan. Oh god. Kinnan. Yes. Love it. I'll put my Bonder Prodigy in. Curiosity, Abundance, Arcane Signet. We've added Arcane Signet. Survivor's Encampment, Holdout Settlement, same effect as Mantle, but on a land. I like Springleaf Drum. I'm not into Paradise Mantle, and I don't think we need either of those lands, and those lands are only really playable in my mind in a list that includes Rograk. We're not into color fixing for this list because we don't need those types of lands to fix this particular list. Talisman of Progress. Progress? Are you lying? Which one is it? One said Curiosity, one said Progress. I'm going to go with Progress. Don't fail me now. Trot. Don't fail me now. There you go. Talisman of Curiosity. Oh, shit. Carpet of Flowers is a good one. Carpet of Flowers is a sweet one. Opposition for sure. Opposition? Opposition. I don't know opposition to... Ancient Tomb. We do not have Ancient Tomb. So yeah. Urza's Saga. Urza's Saga. Urza's Saga here? Just Narset reversibly Adnaz. There you go. That's real power. Mine was only 2 mana, right? Urza's Saga? I don't know. Gaia's Cradle, yes. Gaia's Cradle's for sure. Pyre of Heroes. Baby, let's go. Deep Root. If it's Curiosity, it's Curiosity. It's Curiosity. Son of a bitch. What's the signet then? What's the signet? Kiора's Followers in Veil of Summer is not fast mana. I'm just kidding. You're fine. Crop Rotation makes sense though. Skull Clamp. Because why are you playing Kumena? Just play Skull Clamp. I can kind of agree with that. I'm going to add Skull Clamp to the side. Okay. We can add our tutors now, guys. We can add all of the sweet, sweet toots. We've already added Crop Rotation. I see a mystical Simic Signet. Ah, that makes a lot of fucking sense. I don't think I want to use... We're going to add it, though. Simic Signet. I've been saying it this whole time. Growing Rights of Idlamok. I don't know about that, but the something rights, the Cryptolith rights. Cryptolith rights? Cryptolith rights. I think we maybe put that on the sideboard and consider ourselves. Okay. I'm just getting into Commander myself, Derek. Man, I feel the same way right now. We are such geniuses. Yeah, reflection of bleh. Big brain plays. Not merfolk, but Kira. Great glass spinner is another line of protection for creatures. Is she, I don't know what that is. Biden to Thassa. Wait. Elvish Spirit Guide. Son of a... You're so right. You're so right with the Spirit Guide. Okay, so that might be all the fast mana we want. Let me just add in a Harbor Elf. I'll add in Elvish Mystic, Finehorn Elf, right? Finehorn Elves, excuse me, they're sweeties. We're gonna add. Why is this difficult? What am I play these elves all the time. Not Boreal Druid. I'm missing one. Wait, Llanowar. Jeez Louise, Llanowar elves. I'm having a tough time today. You could probably tell. Elvish. And we're elves. There's another one. Birds of Paradise. We want those. Okay. Maybe we want those. That might be too many. Cryptolith Red Intruder Alarm. Go brrrr. Go brrrr. Sylvan Worldly Mystical. Okay, so I'm going to do Mystic Tutor. Mystical Tutor? Mystical Tutor. Mystical Tutor. We're going to add what you said. Worldly. I'm going to pass on the Sylvan for now. I think I will add it. I mean, this is a draw deck, right? We're going to be drawing a bunch of cards. So I will add Sylvan Library as well. I will add Rhystic Study. I've seen this card be good before. It seems all right. We're also going to add Mystic Remora, another card that's okay, right? Thank you. Scryfall crashes and so does Pat. Yeah, like my world is... If there's no Scryfall, then what am I? Maskwood Nexus, that's another card. Do we have Carpet? Yes. Long-term plans? No. Sylvan Library? Yes. Bribery? Is it legal? Bribery is very good, though, in Cube. Maskwood actually might not be bad. So I want to look at Maskwood Nexus with you guys because I do think that there is something here, especially with a lot of Tokan Sams, and we can talk about that. It also happens to make the changelings, right? So... if we have the dramatic reversal set up, I don't see why we would need this, but this is also just a cute way to make changelings, right? If we don't have the merfolk necessary, then Maskwood Nexus not only makes them merfolk, we make merfolk. It's excessive. Isn't that excessive? It's excessive. But maybe that's what we do, right? Maybe that's what we do. I don't mind that. Okay. Reshape, Word of Invention, Fabricate, Fetch the Scepter. Yes. I agree with you. Hold on. Merchant Scroll, Neoform. Neoform, yes. There's so many tutors we need to get to. This is insane. Eldritch Evolution. Okay. Finale of Devastation. I do want to do Word of Invention. Because we do want to get this Scepter. I totally agree with that. Reshape and wait, reshape. Let me just do search library really quick because I don't know what all of them are, but I do want to know what all of them are. I don't opposition. Death, you're saying it like it's a must. I don't. What do you mean? What is opposition? Am I mistaken? Is opposition really good? Is it super, super good? Transmute Artifact can also work. Yes, it can. Maskwood Nexus, so we can make dorks into merfolk. I don't think Maskwood Nexus is bad. Yeah. Survival of the Fittest makes sense, though. This is a good way to utilize our dorks late game when we clearly don't need them. Survival of the Fittest. No Fauna Shaman. I think Natural Order makes sense here, right? Because I'm going to want to convert one of my dorks into the Seedborn Muse or the Merc Fiend, right? Those are our biggest green creatures, right? Pardon me, my nose is like really itchy right now. Okay, it's all that coke. Oh my god! I solved the equation over Merchant Scroll. I'm gonna put solve the equation in. Merchant Scroll puts it to top. I gotta read the wording on it again. Well, let's go take a gander at it now. No, CMC baby. What is this? What is this shit? God, Scryfall. Okay. We're not going to add Green Sun Zenith. I love Mass and Mimic. This is not a list for it. We have Mystical Tutor. We have Mystical Tutor. My God. Okay, Defense of the Heart. Never. Never Defense of the Heart. Uncaged Menagerie. Quicksilver Fountain. You should probably have Muddle the Mixture. You say. Maybe. Personal Tutor. Your library for a sorcery card. Reveal the card. This helps us not at all. So, no. Although I do like Personal Tutor's effect. I wish that the card we needed was sorcery, and it's not. Although we could find something that would be useful. I don't know. Maybe too many tutors. Too many tutors in the kitchen. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Neoform is really good. And we have it in the list. Pyre of Heroes. And someone suggested this earlier. Because there is a Merfolk tribal sort of thing going on here, I can see Pyre of Heroes being quite good. We've already added Reshape. Which is the one that finds the 2 CMC? Which is the creature that finds the 2 CMC one? I don't recall seeing it in the comments, but I believe you if you did say it. That's what we need right now. Transmute artifact, sacrifice artifact. If you do search your library for an artifact, if that spell's converted mana cost is less than or equal to the sacrifice artifact cost, put on the where X is the difference. Yeah, this is fantastic. We're going to do transmute artifact, obviously. It also happens to work neatly with our girl, right? Search your library for a trap card. Reveal that card, put it into your hand. Wow, no one. I wish traps were more viable. Archmage Ascension. What is this? I don't know. No. Drew 2 or more cards. We do that, but I don't think so. We're good on that. We already have Eldritch in the list. We've put Solve the Equation in. I think I added Fabricate. Right? Did I? Did I not? Yeah, we're going to add Fabricate. Fabricate. Any day now. Any day now, baby. Come on, let's go. Okay. Field Trip. Oh, one of my favorites. We're going to stop around this mark. We don't want Intuition. I don't think we have an Intuition line in here, and I'm not interested in building one. Long-term plan, someone suggested it's a little too sluggish for us, despite the fact that we could draw into it potentially. I think I'd rather just two-hand or even top of deck. Spellseeker is one of the last ones we're going to want, and I think we're probably good with that. But again, we need to revisit what combos are in the list currently. Oh god, I wish Tinker, please. Trophy Mage? Converted cost, no, that's not, none of these. War of Invention's in the list. It's this one, Tribute Mage. Converted mana cost of 2. Is it weird addition? Maybe. I like it. We're gonna leave it in for now. Okay. Yeah. Mindbreak Trap can be good against Storm decks. This is true. Uncaged Menage a Trois? I don't think so. Is Muddle the Mixture in? 2. Muddle is the counter, so it's the transmute. Just look it up. Muddle the Mixture might be one of the only good transmuters. We can add Muddle the Mixture. This is fine. I wish it wasn't at sorcery speed, but it's fine. Muddle the Mixture. I think we're likely to use it more as a counter than we will an actual tutor. But, you know. The new one, or Strixhaven and Sea Hunter are all good tutors. Also Uncaged Menagerie. I think Sea Hunter is far too slow. Court of Calling could be good. But what is the smash wham bam thank you ma'am creature we're grabbing with Court of Calling? Like, why are we tapping out for Court of Calling? I can't think of the creature yet. But again, this is why we need to look over the list again. There's no creature in the list quite yet that's really, really relevant. But let's add some of our counter spells and interaction, right? So let's add that interaction suite, that sweet interaction suite that we've all been wanting to add. I mean, I know some of these. We're going to add delay. We're going to add... What other counter spells do you like? Fierce Guardianship. Hold up. Are there any relevant green spells I really care about other than Summer's Veil? Just get the green ones out of the way, right? So we've got Veil of Summer, excuse me. I'm probably not going to do Autumn's Veil. Any green spells I want? Maybe like the Natural State for removal. Maybe add a Manglehorn for removal and a bit of stacks. I said we want to add stacks. We might only just work with control magic and be okay. But yeah, I think it's just Veil of Summer. Jeez, that's so sad. I'm trying to think of other green spells we want. Other Noxious Revival. Noxious Revival. You could say Force of Vigor, but I'm not certain we're always going to have the green card in hand for that to be playable. But maybe we add it. And we'll sideline it if we must, if it doesn't really play well. And then so far as other green interaction is concerned, I think that's it. Is there a really good Simic spell I'm not thinking of? I'm sure there's one, but I don't know them. Okay. Model mixture to get Icecrown or Dramatic. Yes, fact. Vornklex. We're good. Force of Negation. Lull Mage's counterspell with enough fish, which is nice. This is true. Search for Craterhoof. No Craterhoof here. Thank you, Ben. I am assuming you're calling me handsome. Thank you. I appreciate that. Force of Vigor, I guess. Avoid Fate is interesting. I do like Avoid Fate, but honestly, it's just had a counter spell, sadly. Merchant Scroll searches 4 blue instants to hand. Okay, so if that's true, Antonio, then Merchant Scroll is still quite good here, because we want that. Nature's Claim. I've added Natural State. Honestly, I prefer Natural State. We can add both if we want Nature's Claim as well. I'll sideboard it for now. And then obviously you can run both if you want or trade it out. It doesn't matter. Pongify, Rapid Hybridization for control. I think that, yeah, maybe both. But we need more counter spells. What are we doing? Dispel. We want Dispel. Hold up. We want Dispel. Is that not how it's spelled? Jesus Christ. Mental misstep. Which is the one that counters 2 CMC spells? Dispels 1L. Am I putting that in too many? Yep, okay. Which is the one that counters 2 CMC spells? I don't know if that's going to counter 2. I don't know if that's going to do it. We'll find out. Someone's probably saying it, but no, I just want to know. I just want to know for myself with my own eyes. It's not working. It's not working. There's like this weird Spell Snare. I like Spell Snare quite a bit. Okay. Spell Snare, thank you. Spell Snare is great. Spell Snare hits every relevant thing in cEDH. Name a spell. Is it 2 CMC? Our Isochron Scepter, your Underworld Breach, that Thassa's Oracle, the Dockside. Spell Snare is really good. It's a good spell. It should be played more. So we're gonna play it here. We also want to add Swan Song, I'm pretty sure, and that might be it for the blue spells that I want. Solve the equation went in. Let's go ahead and take a look at what we have, and then we also need to keep in mind that we need Talisman of Curiosity. We need to screw the Talisman. We don't want it. We never wanted it. Talisman of Curiosity, not interested. Did I spell it wrong? Doesn't matter. It's gone. Okay. We need to finish off our land base. We got so many lands, people, to add into this list. And so far as combos are concerned, it's really just the Isochron combo. Oh my god, we have so many cards. So there's a lot to get underway before we get to play, and Papa wants to play, trust me. We're going to take out Springleaf Drum. We're going to take out the Signet. We are going to look over this shit. We're going to take out Foul Sage for now. Calm down for now. It's okay. It's going to be okay. We're going to take out Cold Ice Selkie. Don't need it. These are all good. We want the Manglehorn. Manglehorn is good. I don't care what you're doing. Play Manglehorn. Play this guy. Look at him. He's so friendly. He just wants to play with your weapon. Spellseeker's great, especially with this kicker. With the Arctic Merfolk. Anything that says ETB do a thing, brilliant. Spellseeker, Manglehorn, love it. They all love it. Tribute Mage, she also loves it. Okay, so this seems like a good creature base. Quite a few cards here, and it's mostly for Merfolk synergy, some of this, but they're actually quite good in their own rights. Like, obviously, Thrasios is fantastic. I'm a little iffy on the Mistcaller. That's really it. I like these other ones. I'm also a little iffy on the Root Water Thief. I'm a little iffy on the Root Water Thief. How do you guys feel about Root Water Thief? This is the one where you have to pay 2 when it deals combat damage, and you can search a player's library to remove a card from the game. Now, when you do that, it doesn't say face down, so they know what you've removed. It's in their exile pile. On top of the fact that you also get information on their hand when you search their library. And obviously, you're just going to look for core cards, like do they have their Ad Nauseam in hand? Do they have their Thassa's Oracle, their Underworld Breach? Combo things that we've named off before. But what do you feel about Root Water Thief? I know you don't need more cards, but Alurin would allow you to just dump the creatures in your hand. See, now, the only issue with Alurin is that it also allows opponents to dump the creatures in their hands. And Earthcraft Death Chains, I'm not quite certain is good for the list because I don't know how many basics we're going to have in total. But I'm not hating Alurin, but I don't think we need Alurin. Okay. Root Water Thief does feel a little cute. Look here, just cast it and I'll counter it. Cast it and I'll counter it. Whatever. That's why we have the spell snare. Now, I like Root Water Thief because it is another merfolk, and we didn't add any token generator merfolks, which I still kind of wanted to do outside of Lull Mage. And Lull Mage might be a priority. Like, we would obviously Eldritch Evolution one of these creatures into a Lull Mage, and we can also do one of these 2 CMC creatures with Neoform into Lull Mage, because Lull Mage is kind of one of the bigger ones, but obviously we can get any one of these creatures. Emery to pull something back from our graveyard, obviously. Hull Breacher, just because he's gas. We only have 2 wheels in the list, but if we see that line of play open, we're going to shoot for that. Marrow Commerce might be a little too cute, right? It's only merfolk we control. And although this is like merfolk tribal, loosely, I'm much more concerned about just shooting for one of these 2 creatures. And if I'm going to be honest with you, I think that we only need one of these 2 creatures. And I think that for the purposes of this list, I'm almost favoring Mercfiend Liege. I'm almost favoring Mercfiend Liege over Seedborn Muse. And I know that sounds crazy. And it is crazy. We're going to just keep the Seedborn Muse, drop the Mercfiend. Okay. Quest for Renewal, also too cute. Don't need it. We need to dump a lot of cards because we need to finish off our land base. We have 7 cards available and 28 lands. And off the top, I said I wanted at least 29 lands. So we need to reduce to that. So we need 11 more available slots. So we need to cut 4 more cards here. And let's go ahead and look at our sorceries, planeswalkers beforehand. Okay. Like Root Water more than Emery. You like Root Water Thief more than Emery. And just to refresh your Emery Lurker of the Lock here. The spell costs 1 less to cast for each artifact you control, so it should be pretty easy to get her down. When she enters the battlefield, put the top 4 cards of your library into your graveyard. It's a little odd here, just with our utilities. I'm even fine just taking Emery out and not adding either of the 2. But choose target artifact card in your graveyard. You may cast that card this turn. So this is quite good with our artifact ramp. We don't have that much, though. So I'm okay to get rid of it. I'm actually okay to get rid of it. Okay, sorceries. I want to go over these. Void Slime. Not going to look for any new cards right now. Oh, we didn't look at Kira, but I don't think it's needed. We can look at Kira really quick. You did suggest that a while ago. So let's go take a gander at it. I hope I touch on all the counter spells that are relevant. Again, we're going to look at them, and you can tell me any counter spells I'm missing. Obviously, please let me know if there are relevant Simic cards you can think of. That would be good for this list. Also, someone mentioned a combo off the bat, and I'd like to credit you at some point, but I'm not against the Kira's Follower line of play with Forbidden Orchard and the Intruder Alarm to make infinite mana. I'm not. My qualm is that we don't have an outlet in the command zone for that. We obviously have creatures for that, right? And my thing is, like, I kind of want to add the Green Sun Zenith Dryad Arbor line into the deck, if only because it allows Eldritch Evolution to hit Thrasios immediately. You know, and then also if we just have a 1 CMC dork out, we can Neoform into Thrasios. And then we have like an outlet with infinite mana. So that could be one line of play coupled with what we currently have with Isochron Scepter, right? But we can't just have Isochron Scepter. We definitely need another combo line, and we can discuss what's in the deck and what will work in synergy with the deck. Okay, Kira. Creatures you control have, whenever this creature becomes the target of a spell or ability for the first time, I don't think it's good enough. There are better solutions for this, in my personal opinion. If it was a Merfolk Spirit, I might have a change of heart, but I'm not too high on it. But because we need to cut things, I'm just not high on it. This is cute, too cute. Sylvan Tutor is okay. It's okay. Again, it's not one of my favorite tutors. We've definitely talked about it on the channel before. Not my favorite. Search your library for an instant or sorcery reveal it, put it into your hand and shuffle your library. You're 3 CMC. You're 3 CMC, girl. Check out the new card Suspend. I'm good on Suspend, but I know the card. Seems like at 3 mana value. Okay. So, done here. We need to take out 2 more cards. Is Natural Order good enough to have in the list? If only for Seedborn Muse, is Natural Order worth it in the list? I think so, right? I still think so. It's a little high, though. High costed. War of Invention, fine. We're not really improvising that hard. But luckily, the thing we need isn't that expensive. And I really do think we should add like a Grafdigger's Cage or some form of stacks, and we can talk about what that might be later. 2 CMC changing that destroys enchantments on ETB. Nope. And I'll just look up changelings really quick and have that off to the side, because it would be nice to know. Benefactor's Drought can be taken out easy. Counterspell, Delay, Dramatic Reversal, Muddle the Mixture, Mystical Reflections. All good. Crop Rotation, Dispel, Mental Misstep, Mystical Tutor, Natural State, Noxious Revival. These can stay for now. We're going to get rid of the Vitalize, and then I think we're good. I think we're actually good here. So, yeah. We don't have as many instants as one would want in a list that contains blue, but I like these two. This is good at holding down the fort. Like, Oko's very good at holding down the fort. And the good bit of news is that the things we're turning into Elks, they're not going to swing at us. I mean, I don't know why they would. They would swing at the person that's using black, and the life is a resource, obviously. Let's go ahead and fix our land base. And for the purposes of today's build, I might just adjust this so that the lands are equivalent basics. So we could just get rolling on testing this deck. But we're going to make this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we're going to add, what do we need? We need 6 more. No, we'll send this down 2 then. We don't need that many forest. No one needs that many forest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is this accurate? Wait, is that 29? No. We need one more island. There we go. All right. Orvar does nothing here. My opinion of Orvar is that I think that Orvar needs a dedicated list to really shine. Sadly. Right, so Orvar could be good if we built a list centered around Orvar and we were interested in his combo potential, but I don't think that this list is really going to lean that direction. But I'm happy to look over some changelings with you all. Obviously, the list is at 100 cards right now, and we can test to see how this plays. It's going to be slow, as I see it. I also think that, again, that relevant stacks pieces that don't affect our strategy should go into the list, right? Grafdigger's Cage might hurt with the Eldritch and Neoform, and there's no immediate win through that, so it's tough to say that that's worthwhile, but it is a thing we can do. Now, the beauty of this list is that you just need X Merfolk to tap to draw the card, which is what we're trying to do, and Mass untap, so it's got to be Isochron. We can also look at the alternative Intruder Alarm setup, which was described earlier, and I'm not off of it. I don't think that's a bad idea. I do think that might be the most efficient way to go about this, right? So it would be Intruder Alarm, Forbidden Orchard, and Curious Follower. It feels odd, but it's actually not too difficult to set up. The only thing is that Intruder Alarm, we don't have a good tutor for, right? So it's like we just need to have it in hand and hope it sticks. That's my one qualm with Intruder Alarm, coupled with the fact that infinite mana isn't necessarily a good thing for us. Giving opponents creatures isn't necessarily a good thing for us. Unless we crack our Mist, or dude, this guy, Mist Caller. Non-token, damn it. You don't even save us from this Forbidden Orchard situation. But regardless, we could draw through the deck in a scenario where, you know, we got that to pop off. So that could be good. All right. Changelings, we've got all of them here. Someone was suggesting the one that's exile something. Enters the battlefield, you may exile a creature card from your graveyard. If you do, exile target artifact or enchantment an opponent controls. We have to exile a creature card from our graveyard or this doesn't work. That makes me like it a lot less because it's difficult to say it's ever going to be viable, right? I don't hate it though. You know, I really don't hate it. Realm Walker. Enters the battlefield, choose a creature type. You may look at the top card of your library at any time. You may cast spells. Cast spells of the chosen type off the top of your library. That's just okay. None of these changelings are inspiring much in me. Only Maskwood Nexus. I actually quite like Maskwood Nexus. I'm trying to think, is there a way to make Kyora's Follower more of a combo piece? Hold up. So if we... infinite mana... So this does fix our problem of merfolks, right? So how do we get Maskwood Nexus to tap infinitely to make creatures? It just feels like the not combo we should be aiming for. But I was thinking something like Illusionist Bracers. These, whenever an activated ability creature is activated, if it isn't a mana ability, copy that ability and may choose new targets for the copy. So if we were to equip the Illusionist Bracers to Kyora's Follower says tap, untap target permanent. We would be able to untap Kyora's Followers, untap the Maskwood Nexus, and if we had infinite mana, make infinite changelings. This is a lot of work. I don't like it. We're going to test Kumena just to see how Kumena plays, and then we can tweak it. Okay? Hey, Pat. Relic of Progenitus Paradigm Shift? Relic of Progenitus and Paradigm Shift? Is this like a potential win con? I don't know what Paradigm Shift is. Wait up. Paradigm Shift. It's the artifact, right? That exiles graveyards? Exile all... Target player exiles a card. Exile all cards from all graveyards, draw a card. Exile all cards from your library, then shuffle your graveyard into your library. Is this like a Thassa's Oracle setup? Is this like a Thassa play? You know, I genuinely don't hate Paradigm Shift. I know this sounds weird, but this is like a one with nothing kind of situation. You're like, why would you ever cast this? But this does sound like it does... It gets you there, right? Like, we don't have a way... we can brain freeze and manually storm, hopefully, to mill ourselves, but we can also just happen to do this. That seems very crazy. Obviously, you don't need... We have a few cards, the sorceries and instants that are going to be in our graveyard, so exiling them first makes sense. But this is like a Thassa play, I'm assuming. Or Jace, which we don't have in the list. But Jace, Wielder of Mysteries. We're going to get so many Jaces, I realized as soon as I've typed that. But Jace, Wielder of Mysteries is right there. We didn't add Jace. I don't think we need Jace. Anyways. Okay. Urza's Saga for stacks pieces, ramp, 1 CMC changing. So my thing is we don't have any stacks yet. It is kind of it's just a land. We can use Urza's Saga though, ultimately, if we decide to go for it. I still wish I hadn't missed this. I love Kumena. Don't worry, you're here for the playthrough and you can help us to fix it. Is Glasspool Mimic in place of an island? Interesting. Is Glasspool Mimic in the list? Then we can talk about that. Kind of out there, but Thought Flash with Thassa's Oracle would nice. Thought Lash with Thassa's Oracle. So hold up. Thought Lash. Easy Thoracle without needing your commander. It's semi-easy. Urza Saga for Relic. Yeah, now you're talking. Now you're talking. Like, if we want to work in that combo. Any creature ETB, Intruder Alarm, Shrieking Drake. Yeah, draw your deck if you have a creature that can make blue. So Birds of Paradise. Yeah. It's just birds. It's just birds in this list, I want to say. I could be wrong. Is this a keepable hand? Yeah, it's playable. We'll play this again. This isn't anything I would necessarily keep normally. What is it? It's Tropical Island. Yeah, Tropical Island. Okay, whatever. Trop Island, Carpet of Flowers. You have an island. They always have a fucking island. Carpet of Flowers. Go. Okay, next turn. Islands. Cool. We're going to put down Cura's Follower. We're going to make double green. Let's just say there's 2 islands now. We'll make double green and tap this for a blue. I have Kumena on the battlefield. Now, we don't have any merfolk other than Kumena, but guess what? We can make some merfolk. Trust me. We're going to cast Cura's Follower. Because the only counter I have in my hand is Mental Misstep, and I'm not concerned about tapping out for this. I just want to get the ball rolling on this plan to see what we can get to. Obviously, I want to cast Mistcaller right now. Would it be smart to Mystical Reflection to have 2 Cura's Followers? Maybe. But I'd rather save it for something of actual value. We're going to want to thin our list. We'll do the Prismatic Vista. And we're just going to get out of islands because we don't need any force with what I'm seeing here. Now, before all of this would occur, I guess I would use Carpet here. Let's just say that the island stopped at 2. We're going to make double blue. We'll use... well, man, do I really want Cura's Follower? Do I want another Cura's Follower? If I was really playing for Cura's Follower as a mainline combo, then I would want to double down on it, right? By making Mystic Reflection target it and then cast a creature, right? Or you would just cast Mistcaller and then do this on the stack. Doesn't matter. We're not going to do that. We're just going to cast this with double blue. I'm going to tap these 3 to draw a card. Go up. Lotus Petal. Wow. All the ramp and nothing to do. Yeah, I guess we'll foretell this with the spare blue I have. It would be upside down. Whatever. Go on. Good Lord. We're going to make 2 green. I'm going to natural state that as I can. We'll tap here. Have a green floating. Okay, Isochron Scepter. My kingdom for a tutor. But we could probably stop here. This is very self-explanatory. Obviously, we would need to save that for some, important moment. I don't know what we're dropping the Mental Misstep on at this point, but let's take a gander at the list really quick. This is fine. We oddly pulled into a lot of ramp, but there is a lot of ramp in the deck. So my concern is that because the curve is so low, we might want to reduce the amount of either artifact ramp or creatures we have. And I think the amount of creatures we have, like the dorks, are somewhat more relevant because we need the creatures to Eldritch and Neoform into other various solutions. This is a better starting hand than the previous one, if you're asking yourself. I actually want to play through this. So let's play through this really quick, and then we'll take a look at the list. Okay, so because there's always something for Carpet, let's go Island, Soul Ring, Arcane Signet, Carpet of Flowers. That seems good. Okay. Oh my god. Yeah, we're gonna drop the Jeweled Lotus here. Moreover, I'm sorry, Kumena. I'm sorry. This is more important. We're gonna make a blue off the carpet. We're gonna drop the Heuristic Study. And we'll also do... Oh shit, no, is there not a way I can do both? That would have been really great. Obviously, I want to put Narset down here as well, but we don't have anything to protect her. The good bit of news is that usually on turn 2, folk don't have many creatures that could actually swing into a Narset, right? So she would be fine for the most part, and then you'd stop a majority of any sort of draw shenanigans. Okay, so what did I say? I was floating a blue here. Yeah, let's just pretend it was just 1 blue. We've got 2 mana available. We will crack the Jeweled Lotus, and I will tap the islands. Just pretend I need a green resource. Let's just do double green, obviously, and then put down Kumena. That's fine. Yeah, pass. Now, off turn, how many Heuristics do I get? Let's just pretend we get 2. Is that fair to say? We'll say we get 2. And then we go, Mr. Cremore, that's always good. We really need a land, and thank God we got a land. So Wooded Footies in the house. We're going to do Trop Island. Shuffle this up. Put the Trop Island down. Okay, so we're now really going to start sandbagging here. So obviously, I'm sort of playing quickly just to get the ball rolling. I would want to Bane Phase 1, the Carpet of Flowers. And let's just say that there are 2 islands in play at this point. So let's use that carpet to make blue. seems like what we're always going to do. We're going to drop Narset, Parter of Veils here, and we have one generic floating. We're going to use the generic... I think we can negative Narset really quick. So we're going to look at the top 4 cards of our library. You may reveal a non-creature, non-land card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Okay. Non-creature, non-land. I said I have a generic floating. Oh my god, Oko. Ooh. We can also get Seedborn Muse, but I got to tell you, Seedborn Muse is not that appealing right now. Pyre of Heroes. I don't believe we have a 4 CMC creature that's relevant, nor would we want to get rid of Kumena. And Counterspell obviously is just good to have in hand. Now, obviously, we do have enough mana to do both Mystic Remora and Oko, and we will just go for the Oko here. Sorry. What I'm going to do is just pretend this is part of the Wooded Foothills shuffle, just to make life easier, because putting those at the bottom of my library would be time-consuming. We're going to use the generic we have floating, this, Oko, this, Mystic Remora. Is that okay? Cool. Okay. Now, let's pretend we draw 3 cards, because that's really, really fair. That's really fair. Breeding Pool. That's good. Draw for turn. Okay. I'm going to assume that Kumena was enough to block any would-be attackers on Narset or Oko. Oko obviously would have elked something. We've already done what Narset does. We will put this into play, untapped, and go from here. This is an odd setup. Did we pay for the fish, you're asking? The answer is yes. We paid for it with that island. Okay, so we're going to clearly need to work in another combo, and I'm likely going to want to finish off this video talking with you guys on what other additional combo you want to add to this list, because it's not performing poorly. Obviously, we haven't had decent interaction. We've just had... I don't like calling it stacks, because Rhystic Study and Mystic Remora are not stacks. Actual stacks is something that stops a player from winning the game, whether you can cast a spell or not. If I silence the board and all you have is a Rhystic Study, then I'll let you draw cards, but you can't stop me. But a Trini Sphere on the board, that's different. Maybe I can't play around that. That's true stacks. People like to call Rhystic and Mystic stacks, but they're not. They're just draw utilities. That's what we've had as interaction stacks. Oko's good though. This setup is nice, but we're not getting to where we need to be quick enough. And I think one would argue that it might be good to put a few card quality effects in here, like your Brainstorm and such. Like just shove those in the list to keep peeling through the deck. And that's fair. Because that early turn Kumena did nothing for us. If I'm being honest. I feel like I could take out the jeweled Lotus. It's going to sound crazy. I could take out the jeweled Lotus and be okay. Because we don't need Kumena that early. Truth be told, I kind of just want Kumena after I've done Isochron Scepter, right? Once I've made the infinite mana, because we're not drawing the deck. It doesn't matter whether Kumena is summoning sick or not. We're going to draw the deck anyway, so we don't really need Kumena down unless it's for a block, and that's really the only reason I wanted Kumena down there, because we had the Narset. Anyways, let us chat about what you would all like to add so far as another combo is concerned. Did you want Kiyora's Follower, Forbidden Orchard, / Intruder Alarm? Again, my one qualm with this is that Intruder Alarm isn't the easiest thing for us to find. Okay. Solve the equation for Merchant Scroll. I think Merchant Scroll is in the deck. Am I lying to you? Okay. Let's just add Merchant Scroll and then we'll, thin the list. But let's add Merchant Scroll. I agree with that. I thought I'd put it in already, but we could use it. We might want both Solve the Equation and Merchant Scroll, though, if I'm being honest with you, because what the hell, right? And also the Trinket Trophy Mage, whatever, the mage that finds that might honestly be the thing we shoot for the most, right? The thing that finds the artifact. But then you can see the ultimate issue with what that hand was offering and what our game plan is that we didn't have enough merfolk there, even by turn 4, right? So it's hard to prioritize merfolk when you're just trying to play the game. It might honestly be best just to try to cheat out Thassa a more efficient way, because the efficiency of this combo is what's holding it back. It is requiring a lot of cards. Easy Thoracle without needing your commander. Yep, got that. Okay. Cures follower since it can entrap a permanent. This is true. But yeah, only 2 that come to mind. Entrap. The heck am I? I get what you meant, though. Pair Kinnan with Basalt Monolith for mana. What would Lithoform Engine do? Tell me the combo, and then we'll talk about it. But Lithoform Engine, are we all talking post-infinite mana dramatic reversal Isochron Scepter? Because if that's what we're looking at, that's not what I'm interested in. I want another combo outside of our dramatic reversal Isochron Scepter. And I'm actually going to be for Paradigm Shift. Not going to lie to you. I think Paradigm Shift is great. And we actually had the Devotion there, where I'm pretty sure Thassa's Oracle would have just won the game. I got to double check, but we had a shit ton of blue on the board, so we might not even need to worry about the cards that get back into our library. And should we fail, that might actually be a good thing. But we can have the Paradigm Shift combo. I actually quite like that. That's not a bad idea. And because Urza's Saga was mentioned so much, we'll add Urza's Saga. But this is just more work for us because we got to think about what land we're cutting out. Okay. Merchant Scroll and Solve the Equation are very similar, but I find oftentimes I'd love to pay 1 more to put it into my hand rather than on top of my library. Now, I can agree with that sentiment only because I had a shit ton of mana there, and I could honestly make Solve the Equation work just as well. But I think both. I think both is the answer, right? Any relevant tutor that we can just cram into this list, we should add. And I wasn't seeing enough of our counter magic, which is sad. And we did put quite a bit, not as much as there could be. I want to add like a miscast. I want to add like a few more things because we could honestly we need to see more counter magic. Particularly because this is just control with draw. It's just control with draw right now. It could use stacks. I see, yeah, Antonia. I'm trying to get off the dramatic reversal. We need another win con outside of dramatic Isochron, because if that fails, then we have nothing, right? So we need something else. Outside of... Because Kumena the Merfolk, dramatic reversal, Isochron, draw the deck, right? That's the idea. Maskwood Nexus would be good to give us the Merfolk we needed, but I don't even think we had the creatures necessary there. Oko, in that instance, would be elking our own things to give us the Merfolk we need with Maskwood Nexus. That's another synergy for you. Okay. I thought I added Spell Pierce. Me versus. Give me 1 second. Did I not? No, I didn't. Okay, yeah, Spell Pierce. Sorry about that. But yeah, we want that. Hermit Druid Oracle. Is a little slow, but I get you. I run polymorph list that uses Leveler and Thassa's to win. So, it's just we're trying to play for Kumena. If I'm being honest with you, I would rather a list that just did Divergent Transformation, like it was in red. Thrasios, Rograk, Divergent Transformation. Rograk and Thrasios, Divergent Transformation. Get Leveler, get Thassa. I would rather just do that. Win the game on the spot, but we're trying to make Kumena. Okay. But yeah, I think that we want both so far as the tutors are concerned. Also, just saying Thought Lash can replace Dramatic Reversal in the combo. Let me see it really quick, because we just looked it up. When a player doesn't pay Thought Lash's cumulative upkeep, that player exiles all cards from their library. Exile the top card of your library. Prevent the next 1 damage that would be dealt to you this turn. I see. This is really cute. Huh. God, that art. I mean, not the art. The art is insane. The art is actually really cool. It's just another enchantment that's hard to find, but I like Thought Lash. I like Thought Lash quite a bit. Do you guys think that there's just reason to have Jace, Wielder of Mysteries in the deck? Is there a good reason to just have that in the deck? Synthetic Destiny? Oh, is this like a polymorph effect? we'll look at it. I like the I like polymorph transmogrify builds. Like those are kind of my favorite strategies. Like my Rograk and Specialist, easily one of my favorite decks to play. Exile all creatures you control at the beginning of the next end step. Reveal cards on top of your library until you reveal that many creature cards. Put all the creature cards. Yeah, it's just we have too many creatures for this to work out functionally well. We need to narrow down the creatures to like nothing, and then just have a bunch of control magic, and then we wouldn't be doing Merfolk Tribal anything. It wouldn't be a Kumena deck. So we're not going to do that. The bottom text. It's good if Thoracle gets countered. No. So there's a yes, there's a no. Decisive Denial in cEDH. Is Decisive Denial the one that has the Ferocious on it? I'll look it up. But Jason, Labman are just redundancy. Yeah, and kind of needless, I feel. I don't know if we need all of them. I would maybe put Jace, but I'm going to leave it at just Thassa. Because the deck is going very slow. And part of the win con is drawing the deck with Kumena, so we should have all of the resources we need to stop any sort of incoming interaction. All right, let's just save this out, trim it, and then I think we're going to stop for the day. But do I like it? It's okay. It's okay. I mean, it was definitely moving. We were very fortunate with the hands we saw there, but I like the idea of keeping Thoughtlash in the list. That's not so weird. Pardon the noise, by the way. Converted cost. So let's cut our land base down really quick. I'm going to take out one of these forests, and we're just going to say that's Urza's Saga. That seems fine to me. Let's go here. Natural Order, Seedborn Muse. I'm really done with this. I don't really need the untappy business. There was never a moment where I felt like, damn, I wish I was untapping all my things, because all of my things is not enough. Not enough. Hull Breacher, Time Twister, Windfall, still fine. Still want it. Fabricate, solve the equation, great. Still want them all. Sylvan Tutor's fine. I'm going to let you know I have Thassa's Oracle. That seems like shit, but it's a thing. Solve the equation's still good. Merchant Scroll again. This is just lets you find a blue instant and put it on top of into your hand. We could probably take out one if we really wanted to, but I feel like both is fine. Genuinely. Trying to think of Finale of Devastation. One of these things can be removed. Paradigm Shift is pretty sweet, though. I'm not going to lie. I really like Paradigm Shift. And again, you might want to include a graveyard, a grave hate piece that will subsequently also help you with Paradigm Shift if you don't have the permanents on board to make that dream come true. Pyre of Heroes. I don't know if we need that type of birthing pod effect. I mean, in the best scenario, it's Mistcaller into Thassa's Oracle, right? Curse Catcher into Thassa's Oracle. I'm not really seeing the synergies here for Pyre of Heroes, though. I could be wrong. I wouldn't really need to look over all of these, but I do think we can probably just take out Pyre. Again, this would really need a little bit more dedication to look over the subtypings, but there might be an excuse for Pyre. I'm not quite high on it. We're still going to leave Jeweled Lotus for now. It's fine. It ramps into the thing. Thoughtlash is on the reserve list from Ice Age because its niche effect flies under the radar. I actually quite like Thoughtlash. I think we put it in, right? Yeah. Yeah, I like Thoughtlash quite a bit. I do want to keep as many creatures as we can, so I'm not going to try to cut down on our creatures anymore. Kira's Follower is fine. I'm not really high on Kira's Follower, but I understand, like, it just helps. It just helps. So we'll keep it. Obviously, it does do stuff with the list. It is a Merfolk. Okay. What did I say? We need to get rid of 2 cards, and then we're done here. Sorcery speed spells. I don't want to remove any of these. I like having both of these, though. I really do. I never had the green cards for Force of Vigor to be free. You can reintroduce it to the list when you want, but I'm just okay with it. I had a shit ton of blue cards at every point of the game, though. I feel good keeping all of those around. So basically, we have Paradigm Shift. It is put Thassa's Oracle into our hand, and then either a Paradigm Shift with the requisite card devotion cards engraved, or Thoughtlash our library away. Correct? So we've got those 2. We also have the manual set up with Isochron Scepter, Dramatic Reversal. right? So I don't hate any of this. Now, my only thing is we need to reduce this by one more card at this point, if I'm not mistaken. So the real question is, which card do we remove? I do think it needs to be a creature. I'd rather have the tutors to get our effects out. And you know, obviously, mana drain would be probably nice here. Not that we need the mana. If for anything, it's Whir of Invention territory. But you can add mana drain. That's obviously another very valuable counter we didn't add. I just want to remove one more thing here. I don't want to remove any of these, though. This is killing me. What do you guys want to remove? Are you playing Thieving Skydiver? We are planning on playing Thieving Skydiver. Not Ice Age, whoops, but still reserve list. Yeah, I got you. We are playing Thieving Skydiver. I honestly think the Mistcaller is kind of meh, but we need the amount of merfolk to do the thing. We need merfolk to do the thing. What a pain in the ass. All right. We'll take out Solve the Equation. That really was, it's not a weak link, and it's quite good, and I would suggest you somehow find it back in the list, but it's just the one piece that's really screaming out at me. Remove Thassa's Oracle, right. I'd go for Jeweled Lotus. Honestly, I was feeling that as well, but I would rather do the Lotus over an Elf, by the way, Llama, but I understand, you know, what you're saying, because I just want the bodies. We'll play test this one more time for the sake of seeing how it performs and seeing if we can get to the thing, but because I'm really curious. Like, I did not spend all this time for nothing, trust me. We've got Fabricate, we've got Thassa's Oracle, we got Reshape, we've got the things to find the other combo, and then a way to manually assemble the regular combo, and no, other than Thassa's Oracle, if we want to play her down early. Oh, Chain of Vapor. Put a Chain of Vapor in this list. What are we doing? We need that. We need that quite a bit. Fine, we'll keep this. Okay, so we've got this Tropical Islands. Okay. Do that. Shuffle. Put down Llanowar Elves. Okay, cool. Tapped out. Doesn't feel good. This is not as good as our previous hands. Rejuvenating Spring. Carpet of Flowers. All right, we're going to move to our next main phase. We'll drop Kumena here. We'll say this generates a blue, green, blue, whatever. All right. Arguably, better to just hold the mana. Just hold the mana. But we're going to do it anyways. Okay. Muddle the Mixture. Okay, so here's what we need to do. We need to muddle into Thassa. Let's just say that this is generating 2 mana here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We do not have enough mana to both muddle into Thassa and play Thought Lash right now. Unfortunately. But that's what we really want to do, right? If we're cramming, we're trying to win the game right now. And Kumena is useless in this whole equation, if you're wondering. Yeah, he's not really doing anything. However, what I do think would be interesting to do would be to put Thought Lash down now, because we can protect it with what's in our hand. So we'll do double blue, pay some life, whatever. We would protect it with what's in our hand, but it is risky leaving it out. So exile the top card of our library. That's fine. We'll do that. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So muddle the mixture, counterspell, dispel, whatever. Someone sees this, they're like, oh, I gotta stop that. I'm gonna use my removal. I'm gonna dispel that really quick. Dispel that. That'll be the one counter I use off turn. It could be counterspell. It could be any one of these. However, we don't, unfortunately, have a way. Is there a way we could have tapped out that would have been better? No. Okay. Dispel. Thank God. That was enough. Okay. Cumulative upkeep. We're gonna exile this card. Thank God, not Thassa's Oracle. All right. Let's go. We're going to play this land. Cool. We're going to get blue. Island. Love it. Needed the island. Oh, yeah, baby. Oh, yeah, we're getting there. We're muddling shit now. We're going to use double blue from the carpet. We're also going to do, let's just say it's only tapping for blue right now. We've got one generic floating. Muddle the Mixture. Is Muddle the Mixture good? Can I activate this ability? Fuck yes, I can. You don't have Stifle. Get out of here. Thassa's Oracle. Cool. Thassa's Oracle, baby. On the stack. How am I paying for this? Generic. Can't use that. What sucks is I realize now I don't have mana for the counterspell in my hands. What a life. What a life. We had to do 2 blue generic. Yeah, there's no don't I wish you tapped for blue. Let's just pretend that was enough. Jeez Louise. Yeah, we're going to do blue, whatever. That hurts. But yeah, that's a turn for Kumena win. We would use exile the top card of your library for the next 1 damage that we dealt this turn. Okay, cool. Whatever. Exile the library. Oh my god. Don't I wish I had a miscast or any form of 1 generic, 1 blue counterspell in my hand. Counterspell really failed us there. That sucks. When you're playing a list that involves blue, just cram as much blue resources as you can to the list. I honestly think that the dorks can probably be condensed for more artifact ramp that taps for any color and or blue, because we need blue. I also think that the list is fine. Again, Chain of Vapor, Mana Drain's not really putting you in anything, but still Mana Drain has synergies in the deck, so play Mana Drain. It's just play Mana Drain. Play Mana Drain over Counterspell. Probably play both. I would look into more counter magic that is generic with blue or just singular blue. I think we've added quite a bit, but not enough. We have enough of the tutors to find Dramatic Reversal and Isochron Scepter, obviously, but there's no tutors to find our Thought Lash and or our other 2 CMC spell. Well, there are for that, not Thought Lash though. But manually assembling the Thassa's Win is what the deck is going to be trying to do from here on out, outside of the dramatic line of play with enough merfolk, which would not be easy to get to. That's a very slow rolling game with a lot of control magic. So the way I would steer Kumena from here on out, add some stacks, utilize your control well, try to draw through your list with some merfolk, maybe some merfolk token generators, because that would not be a bad idea, and you'll get there. It's not horrible. It's a viable strategy. Is it the best strategy? I don't think so, but we did Kumena. We can say that today. But guys, as I do with every video, I like to thank my Patreon members for helping support the channel, making all of this possible. Again, if you're not on the Patreon, it is exclusive to Patreon members, so I again will encourage you, if you're on the Patreon, check out the Patreon page, because I did just discuss future times and possible dates for live stream gameplay here on the channel, utilizing lists that we build on this very segment, Cold Brew. As well as any brewmaster lists we brew out in the future, which is actually going to be next week. So if you're either Jeff or Fabian, expect your list to be showcased next week. I'm extremely excited to be working on and brewing those decks with you all. But as we do every week, we go overtime in these because I love working through these lists with you. But I do hope that this gave you some thoughts on how to build your own Kumena list if you're interested in Kumena. Obviously, take the advice I just proffered there, but there are probably players that have played blue longer than I that can give you some good advice too. So take their opinions as well. But again, my name is Patrick Marlett, and happy brewing, babies.